together for yourselves. All right, so I think we need to start by appreciating ourselves because Katsina State is improving in terms of timeliness with attending events. Please put your hands together for yourselves. Let's appreciate ourselves. I received so many phone calls that please make sure that your 10 is 10. Thank you very much for coming on time. I also like to, on behalf of the organizing committee, acknowledge and appreciate the indulgence of our guests and panelists for also being on time, and not only for being on time, but also for staying when they came and indulging with us before the event begins properly. Thank you very much for your kindness. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the technical advisor to the Vice President on Women, Youth Engagement and Impact, the Special Advisor to His Excellency Malam Diko Umaru Redda, PhD, CON on Banking and Finance, the founder and chief executive of Healing Roots Foundation, the first time ever chairman of Commonwealth Youth Council, Associate Prof. Ahmed Adamu, the executive secretary of Katsina State Development Management Board, and also the founder of Ideas and Data Global Academy, the chairman of the organizing committee, Mustafa Ango, the chairman and creative director of Malabis Design, Maimuna Anka, the secretary of the Nigeria Association of Small-Scale Industrialists, the president of Katsina State Chamber of Commerce, the executive secretary of Dakinkara Entrepreneurs League and chairman MGL Agro, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, good morning. My name is Yusuf Salisu Funtua, and I'm going to be the host for today's very important event. We are here at the day one of the Youth Opportunity Summit, which is brought to you by the Office of the Technical Advisor to the Vice President on Women, Youth Engagement and Impact, in partnership with Inspire for Impact Initiative, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua University, Katsina State Directorate of ICT, and Gideon Jihar Katsina. This is one of the series of summits that this organization has been delivering across northwestern states. It premiered in Kano at Bayero University, where over 1,000 youths were impacted in 2024. And then we proceeded to Kaduna, where we partnered with Kaduna State University and did the same thing. Our last debut was in Jigawa State, where we partnered with Federal University, Duse. Immediately after that, the convener decided to bring it home. Just like you know, our convener is also from Katsina. She's from Daura local government, and she decided to bring this historic event of impact to Katsina State. And please, I would like you to appreciate her for this gesture. Please put your hands together. Thank you very much. So today's event is going to be very brief but impactful. We are going to have a panel discussion and also the semi-finals of the indigenous languages speaking competition. We also have the high school career guidance and counseling session, which is going to be ongoing parallel with the event. And immediately after The panel discussion will have the pitching, and then the event will close. Hopefully, we will be closing this program by 1 p.m. so that everyone can go about their activities and also attend our prayers on time. It's now my singular honor and privilege to introduce the elephant in the room, the woman of the moment, our own sister and role model, the convener of the event, Hajia Hauwa Liman, for her opening remark. Please put your hands together for her. Thank you.
Every time they're doing the introductions, I'll begin to think within, are they referring to me? I don't really see myself as that big of an elephant, but truth be told, I'm always excited when I see our youths finding inspiration in the work that we're doing and also aspiring to be like us. And I always tell them, aspire to even be better, because it is possible, it is doable, others are doing it, others have done it, and you can as well do it. So please aspire to be bigger, and today we're here to show you that it's really possible. So my fellow change makers, my mentors, my brothers, I would like to start on the already established protocol, but I'm truly humbled to have in our midst my brothers that are also breaking the barriers, my brothers that are shattering the ceilings, my sisters here that are also showing the world that greatness is truly coming out of Katsina State. In their various spaces, they are thriving, they are truly making an impact, and they are truly showing the world that Katsina State has one of the best minds coming out of Nigeria and indeed Africa. Distinguished guests, esteemed panelists, passionate young leaders, our innovators. I'm so happy Katsina is now brimming with lots of young innovators, students, and other change makers. It is with immense pride, yes, and excitement that I welcome you all to the 4th edition of the Youth Opportunity Summit, a platform designed for youth, by the youth, to unlock potentials, ignite purpose, and shape pathways to prosperity. From Kano to Kaduna, we went to Jigawa, and now, alhamdulillah, we're here in the heart of Katsina State. This summit continues to grow, not just in size, but in impact. We're building a movement that recognizes brilliance, resilience, and the ingenuity of young Nigerians, and is committed to creating the spaces for those qualities to thrive. This year's summit is dynamic. It's a dynamic 2-day journey, brimming with discovery and empowerment. Day 1 will set the tone with our flagship panel session, Opportunities and You. We titled it Opportunities and You because we're intentional about getting our youths to have a total value reorientation and attitudinal change. That's why we titled it Opportunities and You. How do you leverage opportunities? How do you position yourself for these opportunities? How do you prepare yourself for these opportunities? How do you seize these opportunities? And eventually, when you get these opportunities, how do you utilize them? How do you get back to the community with these opportunities? So we're intentional about the team, and I urge you all to please be ready to tap in from the amazing panelists that we're also intentional about the panelists. There's so many people we can bring onto this panel, but we carefully, when I say carefully and thoroughly, selected our panelists. I know what I'm saying. So please be prepared for an impactful session later this morning. We brought this panel Opportunities and You, where you will hear real stories from real people who have walked the path of possibility, and turned it into purpose. So anyone you're going to see on this panel has walked the talk. It's not cho, as they say. Let me borrow that word. We're talking what is on ground. So we'll also witness the semifinals of the Indigenous Language Business Pitching Competition, which is a celebration of culture, meeting, commerce, where entrepreneurs have the opportunity to pitch their ideas not just for profit, but the richness of our native language, and also to identify with the fact that language should not be a barrier to empowerment. Our high school career development session is also going to take place, which will ignite ambition in the minds of our future leaders, and our technical parallel sessions will also deep dive into the following vital themes: technology and the future of work, civic engagement and leadership development, as well as the business of fashion. What else? We have Malabes by Mims in the house. We also have Africa Bar in the house. Part of the organizing committee are fashion entrepreneurs, so definitely we need to teach you the ropes of what it takes to run a successful creative business. Dear participants, this summit is more than just a series of talks. It is a call to action, a call to rise above limitations and to connect, to collaborate, and to create. Whether you're a student dreaming of your next steps, a social entrepreneur, shaping change, or you're an artist carving to create a niche for yourself, this space is for you. So I invite you all to please be present, be bold, and be curious. Ask questions. Don't just listen. Please ask questions. And please network. We're all here, free of charge, available here. Do not feel restricted. We're humans like you. Don't be overwhelmed. You want to talk to us. We're your sisters. We're your brothers. Reach out. Talk to us. Any question you have, feel free. Ask us. If we have the answers right away, we'll tell you. If we don't have the answers, we can guide you on how to get the answers. So, Katsina, the time is now. The opportunity is you. And welcome to the Youth Opportunity Summit, Katsina edition. Thank you very much.
Please, that's not enough, please. Let's show her like we mean it. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was the opening remark by the convener of this summit. And now we are going to swiftly move into the panel. Please, can we have the chairs arranged? Thank you. Is Majid Nambaba here? Okay. So I think it's your time now. Please put your hands together for Abdul Majid. Yes, because based on the agenda, the next thing is poetry performance, then we take the panel. So Majid Nambaba is one of the finest poets in sub-Saharan Africa. And I can see Hidayah, she's just smiling here. I said one of the finest. I did not say the finest. All right, so Majid Nambaba is going to do a bit of poetry. Yes. So give us like 2 poems, one of the great poems that you have. Thank you very much.
Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Abdul Majid Gambo Nambaba. So my boss said that I should give you 2 of my best. So one of my best is the one I did for Katsina, and the second one is the one I did for Africa. So let me start with that of Africa, and I hope you'll all enjoy. Yes, I am made up of black, and it is the black in my skin. This black skin I carry in my body is a magic. Strong, precious, thick, like the broadness of Kilimanjaro, and even bold enough to bear the histories of the world on its back. My body is a tapestry of mysteries, soaked and tossed in a color that draws bravery, like the rhythm. In the incantations of the Benin ancient songs of war, I break mountains, I dig oceans, and I clutch my being to the strengths that pull me to connect me to the customs of my ancestral land, where every child is a man and where women carry future in their wombs. I am nature, I build dreams, and I belong to the rivers and the sail of my ancestral land. For every cell in my skin glitters of a stain of my heritage, of my well-structured cultures, of my elegance, of my resilience, of the superpowers I suckled from my mother's breast to rise and to shine and to glow like the melanin folded in my skin. Even the stars shine brighter when the days were black. The sky rains when the cloud is black. You and I drink tea when its color changes to black, and even the blackest night paves the way for a brighter day. I am symphony. I am powerful. I am beautiful. And I am rare. Why would I even deny the fact that I am made up of black when I am son of Hagoji, the clan of Bantu, the descendant of Anwon Olowo, the lineage of Jajirtatu, and the son of Alkebulen? I am old like a pearl in a shell of gold, made to shimmer and glow like a sacred treasure carved from the body of grace and bathed in the pigment of greatness. Call me Muhammad Ali of the Iron Fist. Mekarfi, say Allah Isa. My name has echoed in the airs of men, and my knuckles have broken the bones of the best of men. I am a knight, a warrior. I fight like a Zulu with a pair of spear and shield. I am the Mansa Musa of riches. Me arziki uban matsiyata. Beneath my feet is an ocean of wealth. I roar and I clamor. I open my hands to let my riches slope and flow. I am contented. I am a giver, and givers do not lack. I am the Mandela of Afro here. Baki Abum Magana. I am an activist, the Black Panther. I speak powers. I carry pyramid of word. I shake planets. I make countries out of my word. I am wisdom. I am leadership in the form of man. Call me Tafawa Balewa Makogoran Zinari, or the Maya Angelou of poetry. My turban speaks serenity, and my poems mummify the choruses of Momiri Duan Yibia, Momirika Edan Yilla. The water spirit brought us here, and the water spirit will take us home. You see, this black in my skin is so strong, like the stories of my ancestral land. So behold, I know my stories. I forgive, but I do not forget, because I am made up of black, and it is the black in my skin. So this is the hottest poem I've ever written in my life. It's about Katsina. It says about the modern and the ancient city of Katsina. And here it goes. Like the sun, breaking through the darkened face of the sky, I rose, and like the rock that pierced through the surface of the earth, you stand. Resting your body on top the soil that lies in the Sahel and the Savannah region of North. And you rose your broad shoulders in every sleep and fold of generation to generations to remind the world the city you are. Dashen Durbawa, Rainan Kurau yayin dallazawa an wayewar sullubawa, they said you are. Should I sit on my buttocks or stand on my toes and sing to the world the little I heard from the beautiful stories of you? The stories of your transformation from Drup Itakusheyi to Katsina, the manipulation of Maskal to Funtua, the advent of Bayajida and Daura, and the bravery you framed in the eyes of Hassan Usman Katsina. Tell me, how did you do it? And I promise to sing you verses in the loudest sound of my voice. You are the Katsina of Sano, the house of Kurau, and the Matatara of Sodaukai, whose name rose bravely and sprouts miracles in the heart of the country anytime a page of your history is flipped. You gave birth to leaders like Er Adua, when no man was on his feet, and nurtured maestros like Shatta and Barmana Choge in your palms, when creativity was at its peak. You are the Katsina ɗakin kara, ta dukwa da dukwa mai turawa, tudu garin ɗan marina, garau ɗakin habi, jar ƙasa ta rima, hayi garin ɗan masani mai ganuwa arewa da zazzau, ta kume kusurwa da Kano. Take me through the gate of Kopar Marusa and show me the art in your Kofa to Kopa and the secret you buried in the depth of your ancient city walls. Sit me down like a baby and teach me the magic you fed Sardauna and Tafawa Balewa in their stay in Katsina College. You are the Katsina of Daura, and that home excellence, whose every take and break up story is a spit of greatness, telling about the histories of Hausa, the roots and traces of Western education in the land of North, and the bunches of grace and legacies put together to make you who you are today. Teach me how to raise children like Isa Keita, Mamman Nasir, and Hajia Dada. Fly me up to the peak of Gobarau Minaret and show me how far is Dankama to Damari. Hold my hands and lead me through the busy market of Cherenchi and sit me down on your earth and tell me more and more and more and more about your stories. I want to learn and fill my head with the beautiful wonders of you. Katsina wanda ku kunya gare ku ba dai.
Kunya gare ku ba dai. Ban ji ba. Kunya gare ku ba dai. Katsina wanda ku. Thank you very much. Please let's appreciate Majid, Abdul Majid Nambaba. I think Abdul Majid has defended his title. All right? There's no hard feelings today. All right. So now we are going to go to the panel. And I'll start by introducing the panel moderator, who is going to introduce her members of the panel. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please, let's welcome back on the stage the technical advisor to the VP on Women, Youth Engagement and Impact, Ajia Hauwa Liman. Please put your hands together. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. So it's good to be back. On a lighter note, I think we need to have a contest between Hidayah and Abdul Majid. Her own Bakandamia and his own Bakandamia. Takuranta Kano in Kano and Yakuranta Katsina in Katsina. And I think tomorrow we need to have this contest. It's all interesting and exciting how they're able to use words, you know, to really bring out the beauty. Kowa is proud of his heritage, and I'm so, when I heard her present her own in Kano, I was having goosebumps all over, you know. Even my martaba had to really, you know, show it's, the poem was really getting in. So today I also had the same experience, having him to, you know, present his own Bakandamia on Katsina. And tomorrow I'm sure it will be thrilled to have them both perform at the, you know, summit tomorrow, inshallah. So please get ready to bring on the fight. Let's see, we're going to have a vote and see who is going to carry the, but it's the same thing Kano with the Katsina. It's Diani. For people like us, Dika Gidani. So I'm honored to sit on this panel to really do justice to it, because here we want to get you fully charged to go out there, unleash your full potential, and tap all the opportunities for you to impact yourself. But in the process, do not forget where it all started. Right? So all of us, wherever we find ourselves, the aim is to always bring it back home. And when you look back, one way or the other, we're all reaching out, touching lives at home. So please, wherever you find yourself, get impacted, leverage opportunities, but go back home and make the impact. So at this moment in time, I would like to bring on stage the amazing panelists that we have. I'm going to start with my own sister, Hajia Bilkisu Suleiman Ibrahim, the SA to the Executive Governor of Katsina State, Mala Umaru Dukoret, a PhD on banking and finance. Let's have you please on stage. A round of applause to welcome her, please. Next, I'm also going to bring on, don't say I'm partial, I'm starting with the ladies. I'm also going to invite my own sister, Jida Mahuta. Interestingly, we all went to Federal Government Girls College Bakuri together. So I'm happy to welcome her on stage. Yes, please. Jida is also doing amazing. She's really transforming minds and, you know, doing what she knows how to do best in her own space. So next, I would like to bring on my big brother and also another amazing change maker in the person of Dr. Mustafa Shehu, the ES Katsina State Development Management Board. Please, let's appreciate him for something he did extremely well today. You know, it's one of the qualities of a good leader is to be time conscious. We wrote 8 a.m. and by 8 he was here, humbly sitting and waiting for everyone to arrive. Please, let's appreciate him. It's not an easy virtue. For you to have that demonstrates the capacities you have and what you offer out there. So last but not the least, I'm going to bring on another brother of mine and another excellent change maker, you know, doing great stuff in his own capacity. Associate Professor Ahmed Adamu, a senior lecturer at Nile University, Abuja. They are all not new faces, but today I'm sure we're going to bring out something you've not seen before. Right? So today, one thing I know we're good at doing is we're being modest about our accomplishments. We don't like to tell our stories because humility is one thing, but then sharing your story to inspire is another. So this morning, I'm going to engage them. I'm going to have them share their stories with us so as we inspire you. I want you to all go out of this session here fully ignited, fully ready to leverage opportunities. So I would like to begin by setting a brief context on this panel here today. In today's rapidly evolving world, opportunities are no longer reserved for the privileged few. Listen to this. Opportunities are not reserved for the privileged few. They are abound for those that are prepared, those that are curious, and those that are relentless. The panel Opportunities and You is designed to awaken in every young person in this hall the drive for continuous learning and personal mastery and of course professional excellence. From digital tools and entrepreneurship, pathways to fellowships, leadership programs, and local initiatives, countless doors are waiting to be opened. But recognizing and seizing them requires some certain qualities. 1, intentionality. 2, adaptability. And a very important component, a growth mindset. This session today will spark conversations that challenge comfort zones and illuminate the link between preparation and opportunity. By sharing real stories, strategic insights, and actionable advice, our panelists will inspire our youth to become active participants in shaping their future rather than being passive bystanders. This is not just about finding opportunity, it's about becoming the kind of person opportunity finds. The question I will leave you with here before I allow them to introduce themselves is, are you going to continue to watch things happen, or you're going to make things happen? So with this, I would like to begin with my brother here, Associate Prof. Ahmed Adamu, to please introduce himself. And please, Professor, I don't want you to be humble. I want you to blow your trumpet here today. We want to meet who is seated here. What are those accomplishments that you have accomplished? Because like you and me, some decades back ago, we're just ordinary young people with dreams and aspirations in Katsina State, but we were able to leverage some opportunities that gave us, that opened the doors for us to where we are at the moment, and also the opportunity to be on this panel. Because without having those opportunities, we wouldn't be where we are today. So to all the panelists, when we reach you, please, I want you to introduce yourself as the best as you can to inspire the audience.
He said, do that. He knows that is a very difficult question to blow your trumpet yourself. Most of the times we allow MCs and moderators to read your citations. Sometimes I feel humble when somebody is citing or reading my profile. So I'm still can't do it here, but I'm going to relate it to one of my theories that says it's not about what you achieved. It's not about the position you hold or you held. It's not about the money you have. It's about what you become in the process of achieving those things. So whatever I achieved, whatever position I held, it doesn't matter. What matters is what have I become in the process of achieving those things. So instead of narrating who I am, who I was, or what I am, I would rather tell you what I have become. So what I have become, a lot of you guys, like the MC introduced me as the CYC president. A lot of you guys also know me as a professor in the university, and so many things I've achieved. But it's not about those names, not those positions, but about what I have become. What I have become is somebody who is resilient, somebody who is tenacious, somebody who is determined, somebody who set goals and pursue the goals, somebody who knows how to delay gratification, somebody who knows the value of reading and learning, and somebody who appreciates the skills of problem solving. You see a problem and see how you can solve it. So that's more beautiful, more important to me than telling you I was this, I was that. But what have these things transformed me to become? And when he introduced me as the Commonwealth Youth Council president, which is one of the largest youth-led organizations in the world, and I was the first person to be elected. I led over 1.2 billion young people across 50 countries around the world, which is one of the most transformative experiences in my life. Building from the election, when I was contesting alongside over 40 people, we were later trimmed down to 4 of us. We went to Sri Lanka where we had the election, and I was running against a very top rival candidate from Britain, from the UK, a lady. We went to the election. Most countries were not supporting me. I was the least expected candidate to emerge as the leader of Commonwealth Youth. And I have never thought I will win that election too. I just went in there giving my best. But something happened during the election. Just before the election, I invited my friend called Idris. I said, Idris, let's go to, because I was living in the UK then, let's go to the mosque after Isha prayer. And I want to practice my speech. So Idris and me will go to the mosque, practice my speech, my opening speech during the debate that I was supposed to present during the election. We practice that speech over and over again. So in a day, I can repeat that speech for almost 10 times. So I repeated that speech for more than 50 times. And when we went to the election, we were called to speak, to introduce ourselves. And then I spoke from my heart. I didn't read from paper. I didn't read anything. And all candidates were reading a script. And most countries, they were amazed by how I was able to speak good things from my head. So they were able to connect with me and trust me in a way that I can speak it from my heart. And when we came for the panel debate, I was asked so many questions because I became the target, because she was the preferred candidate, the British girl. And they were asking me questions that would put me down. And I was using those questions to also upgrade myself, to show what I can. And one of the things I remember I mentioned in that debate was that I made comparison with her. I said, if I have to be elected as a leader of the Commonwealth Youth, I know the problems of the young people. I know their plight. Not just I read it, I have seen it firsthand. I have experienced it, which the British girl did not. So she cannot lead what she does not know. And I used that to also get an upper hand. There were some countries when I approached them initially, they didn't want to listen to me. But after that debate, they came to me and said, congratulations, we'll vote for you. So you see, that experience has changed me so much to learn the importance of preparation. So I became somebody who is well prepared before anything. Even this panel, I prepared for it. So anything you want to do, you have to prepare. So one thing that you're going to learn, just don't remember I won the election. Just remember that when you want to do something, prepare for it. When I went to become the president later on, sitting down with the president and prime ministers of these countries, leading my team, leading the vast group. Some group of people will come to me and say, we have to promote the gay right, we have to promote the lesbians' right, and all LGBTQ rights. And it's against my ethics. And how do I now approach them? I have to become a lobbyist. I have to become diplomatic. I have to become somebody who is confident. I'll be given the microphone to speak to the thousands of crowds, and president will be seated there. I have to become somebody who is confident. So whenever I grab the microphone, I remind myself that you are leading 1.2 billion young people. If you can't speak, these people cannot speak. And one last thing that I think I'm much proud of from what Yusuf introduced me as, the CUIC, I'm using that as a reference because he brought it up, was when I returned back to Nigeria. Because I traveled across the world, I have seen countries how they developed. Amazing towns, towers, people. And I was impressed, and I admired their progress, and I admired the personal development of the young people I met and I worked with. But those things didn't impress me to stay there, but they motivated me to come back to Nigeria. Despite the opportunities I had to work at the Commonwealth, to work at the United Nations, but I preferred to come back to Nigeria. And when I came back, I chose to continue to be a lecturer in the university. Because what I discovered that for Nigeria to develop, we had to develop the minds. We had to develop the people. Our development is not counted. It's not measured based on the length of our towers or beauty of our roads, but the mighty of our minds. So if we invest in the minds of the young people, they will become the people that will build the country. So I started investing in that. Unfortunately, I started with the university. I don't want to mention everyone, a lot of people know what I mean. With the university environment, I started with my students. I created a debate club to enhance communication skills of young people. I know what helped me so much was my communication skills, to speak to Europeans, to speak to the world, and people appreciate and understand me and even trust me. So if young people have to get opportunities, they have to build their communication skills. And I see young people talking to me in my office. I don't like it because that's not what I see out there. And when I returned, I saw so many things not right. So many things I couldn't see was wrong before, but now when I return, this is not right, this is not right, this is not right. And I wrote to the university, I said, I can also help the teachers to also improve their leadership and communication skills. Do you know what happened? They turned it down. They said, no, who are you? You cannot teach us what we don't know. So I was discouraged, and I started teaching young people outside the university. And I was traveling to cities, to towns. I went to Kano, I went to Kaduna. I did leadership training here in Katsina, training young people, transferring all the skills I learned. Instead of you inviting me to your event, taking pictures with me, like a celebrity, you're happy, you met me. No, let's come together for 3 weeks. Let's do something tangible that will change your life. Instead of just inspiring you, let's change you. So that's what I did. I traveled to Kano. But there was a time when I went to Kano, I didn't have money to lodge in a hotel. I slept in my car. Mosquitoes came. It was hot inside. You know, it was a very difficult journey for me, but I kept doing it because I had a purpose. And one of the things that you also learn here is that if you have a purpose, don't just worry about the inconveniences in the process. And I went to Abuja. Bilkisu came all the way from London. She was part of us 2017 when we did that. And then I got exhausted. And I started doing videos online, posting things, and suddenly one of the professors was invited to train for NNPC staff. And she was old, and she recommended me to go and represent her in that training. So I trained the NNPC staff, and they loved it. And they said I should train them again. And after that, they said I should train them again. And after that, they said I should train them again. I have trained NNPC staff for more than 30 times from that single opportunity. So one of the lessons you learn here is that one opportunity is what opens door for another. So the opportunity you have now is the key to the next opportunity. So all of us, you have an existing opportunity now that you can leverage to unlock the next opportunity. Sometimes opportunities might be next to you, you don't know it. You might not see it. So you have to have the eyes to see the opportunity before you can utilize it. And one of the easiest ways to see opportunity is in problems, is in obstacles. In every obstacle, in every problem, there is an opportunity. So you have to first begin by harnessing the internal opportunity you have, which is your mindset. A lot of young people want to get the external opportunity, but they are not working on themselves. So first work on your mindset, what you think is possible, harness that internal opportunity, then you attract the external opportunity. So I'm sure I'm taking longer because I have a story to share with it, but maybe in the second round. But the highlight of what I just said is that whoever you see has achieved success, don't ask him about the narration of his journey. Ask him about the lessons of his story. What is the lessons of your life? Because these are the juice. These are the benefit. What have you done? You have become this, you have become that, you have achieved that, you have so amount of money. What have you become in the process? What lessons you have learned? If I become a university professor, ask me, what have I become in the process of becoming a professor? If you meet a governor, ask him, what have you become to become a governor? You have to do certain things. You have to become certain things. And if you are a governor now, what are you becoming now in the process of you leading your state? So for all other positions too. So any person you see on this panel, you ask them this question. What have you become? What lessons have you learned? Thank you.
You see, this is one of the reasons why you just have to bear with us. Because if you allow only these panelists here to engage you, because they have a lot to share with you. And from what Professor just said, the lessons out there are enormous. You cannot begin to count all the lessons that he has dished out. But please, moving forward, I think, Doctor, let's just take on the introduction, then we now come back and take the first round of questions before we now continue to engage. So please, let's meet Doctor.
I think my senior colleague here has already nailed it up. Yes. But going from his precedents, I will just say that from the impact base of what I am able to achieve, I would like to start by telling you that I have caught firewood to go to school. I've sold grasses to go to school. I've also become a small shepherd. In the evening of Thursdays and Fridays, we have to move in with cows and sheep to the market, and we are paid, then we get uniforms to go to school. This was the beginning, and it's a nice one. But moving forward up to this level, I'm happy to say that just like what the Prof says, it is the impact and what you become. What one thing that life taught me, and I'm still learning, is one, to mind my business. Two, to respect people, regardless of their social status. Three, the act of calming down. The more you go up, the easier your life should be for others. Once you are moving up and people are getting you very difficult, it is now the adverse of development. It has to be a simple way. A geographer says the higher it becomes, so the higher it goes, the cooler it becomes. But I will tell you that, like what our Prof says, from 2021 to date, I was able to take 3 international leadership courses that only 35 to 40 people are selected across the globe. And when eventually, in last month, I think about 9th of March, I was inducted as an alumni of the London Business School Leadership. When I reflected back, I knew that it was not easy. I took 4 courses. Each one, the rigorous process of selection was 35 people across the globe. I started with leading change. I went to executing strategy for results. I went to the AI revolution, and the most recent was high performance people. I was now rubbing shoulders with the CEO of Google, the CEO of Pandora, the CEO of a lot of organizations, and the most fascinating thing about them is that they calm down. You are the same. It was on the 3rd day I understand that the lady next to me was heading the whole Google in the Europe. And every day we finish, she will say, very nice, and I wish I can help you more. So, ladies and gentlemen, calm down. When you achieve that goal, calm down and let people benefit from you. So one of the, like my prof says, I will never leave Katsina State. We got the opportunities. I would have worked in the New York. I had about 3 or 4 days in the New York for a job. I left it. I would have worked in London Business School. I left UN and I gave them 3 hours notice to leave UN to come back to Katsina. The reality is what he said. It is not the building. It is not the road. Are you building the necessary human infrastructure to ensure that the Nigeria of our dream can be realized? Let us work towards this, and I think we can solve the problem. The most important thing here is mind your business and calm down.
The message is what? Mind your business and calm down. It's an interesting one. Are you getting the vibes that I'm getting? Are you getting the vibes that I'm getting? As I said at the introduction, it's not about what you accomplish. It's not about where you've been, but the impact you make back home. They've all had the opportunity to be somewhere else, but they chose to come back home and make the impact. Moving on to the next person. She has been there all her life, but she decided to still come back home. So let's meet the SA to the executive governor, and let's share a bit of your story and the reasons why you're back here in Katsina.
Good morning, everyone. I want to stand on existing protocol. So I think it's always a challenge to speak about oneself. It's always easier if somebody else does it for you, but I'll give it my best shot. So as Hajia was saying, I was born and raised in the UK. So both my parents are from Katsina and they moved to the UK and they raised all of us there. So I'm the eldest of 7. So at the time when we were growing up, it was pretty much me and my sisters. So later my younger brother and younger sister came up. So of course, being the eldest, as you know, there's a lot of expectation. And also when you're the child of immigrants, you're already starting from the bottom, because when you're in a place where it's different and it's unknown and you've packed up and you left the place that you know, you come somewhere new, you're trying to adjust, you're trying to build a life, but also you're trying to raise your children in their culture, in their religion, and in a space that's very different. So there are all those challenges that come with it. So for me, in terms of my journey and my background, we were always encouraged to take up opportunities, focus on our studies, and just always to stick to our values, whether it's cultural, but also your Islamic values. They always come first, and that you shouldn't compromise on them. So in terms of my background, I spent most of my career in the civil service, in the UK civil service to be exact, working on global health security and adult social care, also on COVID. I've also worked on policy for Western Southern Africa at DFID. And then I've also moved to FCDO on working on their international program and also disaster management. That was what I was doing before I was given my appointment by His Excellency Malan Duka Umareta to work as, first of all, the Executive Secretary of the Katsina State Development Management Board. So I also actually know Mustafa and Dr. Ahmed prior to coming to Katsina. So you can see where the journey and the threads come in. So it's very important to keep your networks open and to build bridges and relations, because you never know where you're going to meet. When I was speaking with them, we always had a passion for Nigeria and to build Katsina, but we never knew it would come to this. And here we are today, sitting on a panel, talking about our journeys and how to build up Katsina. So that's another thing, I think, is always being open and not always taking no for an answer, but always willing to try and willing to engage and try new things, because no experience is wasted. For me, when I came into my career space, I always wanted to do international development. So that's what I studied. For my undergrad, I studied politics and international relations, and then I studied development and globalization as well. So I always wanted to do that, but I didn't start off doing that necessarily, but I always tried to engage or find ways of engaging in those areas. But I kept focused, I kept engaging, I kept asking questions, I kept knocking on doors until I got to the point where I started at DFID. And DFID is a very competitive place to be at. It's the type of place where it's very competitive because it's known as the international donor and you learn a lot of skills, and it's an international space. So it's a very good place to have your foot in the door, which has now become the FCDO. And from there, I've also worked at the Commonwealth Secretariat. So again, with the Commonwealth Secretariat, it unites all the 50, I believe it's now 56 countries of the Commonwealth, who come together to work on democracy and development and other skills as well, and come together and have a forged vision in terms of how they can work together. So for me, in terms of my journey and coming to Katsina, I've always had a passion and always known about Katsina is a place and Nigeria is a place where there's so much potential. You see when Nigerians go abroad, they do so much, they excel. And it's like, why are we not doing that at home? Why is that? And often the answer is just not having an enabling environment or having the right support, or maybe just not being encouraged to ask the right questions or having the right encouragement. But we have the potential there, so it's creating spaces to be able to do that. So opportunities like this are becoming more and more common, which is excellent. So it's an opportunity for you to engage, talk to people, ask questions, engage in workshops, and don't be afraid to ask questions. And don't be afraid when you get the answer no. It doesn't mean that it might be no right now. You never know going in the future. And when you're having a conversation with someone, you don't know where you're going to meet them next. So you can just pick up from there. And I think for yourself as well, how do you improve yourself? Why you have that vision? What are you working on to achieve that vision? What are you doing every day to try and make that happen? So sometimes it's fine to regroup, assess, see how far you've gotten, and accept that, okay, I've done quite well here, but what else can I do to keep improving? Because the journey doesn't stop, learning doesn't stop, so you continue to do that and be open-minded. So I'll leave it there for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's a very insightful one. Moving on to Jeddah, I think I will just ask you to introduce yourself and take on this question. In the space that you're working, the importance of having the right mindset. Our young people, we have this major issue in terms of having the right mindset, because you can't leverage any opportunity with the wrong mindset. So what role do you think the mindset of a young person plays in determining the position he or she finds himself?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Meiji Delabo Mahuta, but I'm known as Jidda. And I'm a mental and emotional wellness expert. I'm into mental wellness. And before I answer Sister Hauwa's question, my greatest achievement, literally till date, is the fact that I brought in the awareness of mental health into the North. I was able to bring in that awareness, and I was able to open people's eyes. We are nowhere where we want to be, but inshallah, the goal is each and every person, inshallah, no matter how long it takes, we are going to imbibe these qualities in you. You're going to be more aware of your mental health, and we will make you become more emotionally intelligent, inshallah, each and every person. And we've already started the journey, and inshallah we get there, bi'iznillah. Each and every one of you, no one will be left out. So the role of mindset in development in younger people. One thing I really want you to understand is, before you get to anywhere you want to be, before you do anything you want to be, you have to look inwards. You have to first look into yourselves. Who are you? What are your beliefs? And one thing I know that is plaguing a lot of us, especially Katsina people, is girman kai. We have ego. First, I really want you to understand that you're nothing. You are no one, and we are all literally equal. Get this into your head. Don't go to places and be like, do you know who I am? Yes, you're human. You're a human being just like any other person. There is no one above you. There is no one beneath you. We are all equal. Get this into your head. And the next thing is, a lot of us have self-confidence issue. That is where the inner work is. And that was my greatest achievement. The things I had to do for myself, the inner work I put in. I started from the ground, and I built myself single-handedly, and I got to where I am. Like I said, I am nowhere where I want to be, but we have come far. The first thing is, for your mindset, you have to work on yourself. Read. You are reading personal development books. You have to be 5 and 6. Podcasts, listen to them. Don't spend too much time on Instagram, on social media. Utilize YouTube. It is a university. If you have to be on social media, follow the people that will actually add value to you. Do not go in there and be concerning yourself with a lot of things that will not lead to our development. We are far, far left behind. We need to catch up. This is very important, and you're responsible for it. We cannot wait for the next person to do this. We have to do this together. Together we hold hands, and we will get there. Before, when I started this, I used to think that we have to wait for someone to do it. You will look to the next person and you think, oh, that person will do it. This person will do it. I later realized that it's up to me. I am the change, and you are the change. Work on yourself, and that is where the mindset comes in. Watch YouTube, podcast, anything. When you meet people, talk to them. You have self-confidence issue, you have public speaking issue, you have issues, mental health issues, and most of these issues, the mindset starts with your mental health. Go and be aware about your mental health. Where are you? What are you battling? Where is your self-esteem? What do you think about yourself? How do you see yourself? How do you see other people? Do you see other people as above you, or do you see other people as like you're on the same space? Like I said, mental health. Where are you in terms of your mental health, and then emotional intelligence? I always emphasize on this. If you hold on to these two, you work on yourself and you work on your emotional intelligence, wallahi, you'll be unstoppable. There is nowhere you go. Just be patient. Just be patient and then work on yourself. The mindset thing will fall in place. And remember, you're no one. No one is above you and no one is beneath you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vida. Please, let's appreciate the amazing panels that we have here today. And I'm sure you're getting lots and lots of insight. Are you finding it very insightful? I'm not hearing. I can't hear a yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Are you taking something from this presentation here today? Okay, like she said, she spoke about continuous learning. Professor, in your space, she spoke about the use of technology. Many of our young people today do not use technology in the right way and manner. What practical ways can you share with us that young people can build a habit of continuous learning? How can they commit to continuous learning? Because from all what you've said here, we are all still learning. Many of them is about Nagama University, that's the NYSC Nagama Shikino. But you are in the space, you're still writing papers, you're still studying. Like what Dr. Mustafa also said, he just completed courses. I'm also back into school. I'm also back in his school pursuing another postgraduate study. So it tells you that for you to remain relevant in the space that you are, for you to be able to give back, you have to commit to lifelong learning. So what practical ways can young people, follow for them to really, yes.
All right, I got that question, but I'm inspired by what Jida said when she was narrating her impact. And I thought, okay. You know how well she's scared of lecturers too. She knows that I'm going to talk longer. She has to warn me that we don't have time. Okay, all right, quickly, I promise you I'll be very fast with that. But what she said about impact, and I admit what Jida is doing quite a lot, affecting people, the minds. I remember when some people will call me and say, my name is this and that, you've changed my life. I've attended your workshop, I've attended your training, and I've watched your lectures on the YouTube. I've watched your, all these in spaces we have. This kind of feeling is more rewarding, more fulfilling than any amount of money that anyone could give you. I remember when someone called me from Lagos, he mentioned his name and he said, he's this person, he attended my Kano training. And he said from that time, his life has changed. I met a young man in Kano last time we met. He said he read my books. He said from the time he read the first series of my leadership books, he said he stopped contesting elections. Before reading my book, he was the kind of person in university that will contest all positions. Any position available for him, he will contest it. He contested class rep, he contested senates, any kind of position, NACAS, faculty, department, SUG. But the moment he read my book, series 1, he stopped contesting any position. He realized that, he's already a leader. He doesn't need to contest an election or to be in power to impact change. So there's so much story on that. I'm afraid of Hauwa now. She will soon grab my microphone. But let me go straight to her question about continuous learning. You see, one of my coaches said, when he was having his mental brain issues, he got a brain damage. And he was struggling to revive himself. So he started reading books about brains. And he said he learned a lot of things. And he was sharing it with other people too. Like what I'm doing. Some of you are following me. I have a super brain class where I teach people how to unlock their super brains. And he was also doing something like this. And one day he came across a lady who was reading one book in a day. One book in a day, 30 books in a month. And he asked her, how did you do it? It's not like, how do you do it? Why are you doing it? So continuous learning begins with a reason. If you don't have a reason, you keep singing that I want to be a continuous learner, I want to read books, I want to learn continuously, but you'll never be a learner if you don't have a reason. And he followed this woman, and he discovered that she has an ailing mother. Her mother was diagnosed with a cancer. And she started reading medical books to read about how to cure somebody who has cancer. So she was motivated because her mother was given only 60 days to live. And she needed to find the cure for the cancer of her mother. And she was reading all these books, one book in a day, one book in a day. She read 30 books in a month. And that's the power of motivation. If you can climb the third floor of this building and ask you to fall down, to jump down, you will not. But if a lion starts chasing you, you'll jump. You wouldn't even know when you start jumping. So when you are not doing anything, it's because you don't have a reason. So the first thing I want you to do in the quest for continuous learning is to identify why. Why? Look at Hauwa Liman. She's one of the people I so much admire. She's one of the most finest, beautiful, and very productive, progressive young lady in the North. And look at what she's doing. She acquired that through knowledge, through sharing, and through action. Because what she learned, she shares, and she also practices. And that's how she attracts opportunities to herself. You see, like I always say in my previous speech last year, I said, it's not about the absence of opportunity, but what you do with it. We all have 24 hours, but some people use their 24 hours more than the others. So equal opportunity, but different results. But what are you doing with your opportunity? That's the question. And that's what she was able to do to make herself different. Now, wherever she goes, and all the members here, everyone you see here, they are irresistible. And they are irreplaceable. Wherever they go. Because of what? Knowledge, commitment, dedication. Wherever you find yourself, make sure that that organization, that place cannot do without you. Even if you do something very bad, the company cannot sack you. Because if the company sack you, they will lose quite a lot. So opportunity does not come to people with degree. They come with people with knowledge. So how do you get the knowledge? It's through continuous learning. It's through continuous reading. And one of the most critical skills, like I always say, two of them are reading and learning. When you read, you know how to read. You know how to learn. Reading, you get knowledge. Learning, you also get knowledge and skills. You transform and you become a magnet that will attract opportunity, and that way you help yourself grow through the development phases, which is discovering yourself, developing yourself, and utilizing yourself. But on top of learning, I can see your hand. On top of learning, please, I want to share this very important. I discovered it very recently. There's what I call people skills, or what commonly known as social skills. Your ability to mingle with people, to associate with people is very important. Sometimes opportunities come through your associations, through your friendship. But if you don't know how to mingle, how to relate with people, you don't have emotional intelligence, you don't have communication skills, you cannot have those opportunities. If you walk into a room, ask yourself how these people are feeling in their minds right now. You are the last person that walked into the room. How are they feeling right now? So it's not about your degree. It's not about anything you achieve. It's about your ability to learn or learn and relearn. And like last one, and like just yesterday, a young person came to my house a day before yesterday. He said he wants to work in one of my organizations. And he started telling me about his degree. And I said, no, stop there. Don't go there because I'm not looking for a degree. I said, calm down, right? Calm down. I don't want your degree yet. I said, what we want people with skills to deliver results. We don't care about your degree. And then I said, I'll look into it. Yesterday, he came to my house. I gave him a handcraft job. And he came to my house and asked him to do it. And guess what? He forgot one of his tools. Because you need to use a flyer to do the handcraft job. But I say, you see, I just tested you and you failed. You are coming all the way from your house to do this job, but you forgot the most important tool. What does that tell me about you? it means that you don't have a strategic thinking. Before you leave your house, you have to think of where am I going? What am I going to do? What do I need? So what we need in our organization, we need people who have strategic thinking, which you are not able to exhibit. We are not looking for people with degree. So 3 things are critical here as a takeaway. Continuous learning, which is getting through reading. You know, some of you have a class on reading skills. So we can organize for reading class for us, because continuous learning starts from reading. Because if knowledge is power, then learning is a superpower. How do you learn? A lot of people will grab a book and spend 10 minutes reading the first page. It's boring. They will just give up immediately. Looking at the next 500 pages, they will be demotivated. But I taught some of you here about in 2018, you are one of them, right? About reading skills. How do you read 1 book in a week? And some of you have read more than 53 books in a year. Myself, wherever I go, I carry my book. Continuous learning. All these people you see, they are all learning. So if you see people achieving great things, follow them. If you say you want to be a successful person, I will follow you to your house. If I follow you to your house, the first thing I will check is your shelf, where you put your books. And I will bring those books and I will see what kind of books are you reading. What kind of stuff are you putting inside your brain? Because your brain is like a factory. If you put cement inside this factory, what do you produce? Blocks. You cannot expect a bread, because the ingredient you put there is a cement. So what are you reading? Is that the question. So let's meet the second round, like third round.
I told you, given the opportunity, everybody will spend 3 or more hours talking to you. Don't worry, this is just the beginning, inshallah. We're going to come back again and again and again. So we're not just sharing all the good things you need to hear. Truth be told, it's not easy. We're not here to tell you all the easy ways, but we're here to tell you to be mindful. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy journey. I keep telling young people that to accomplish a single goal, to leverage one single opportunity, I spent about 11 or 12 years chasing the Commonwealth and Chevening scholarships. I sent in about 24 applications. Year in, year out, I did not give up until I got it. 11 years chasing just one opportunity. So to tell you that sorry email will come up, that we're sorry you couldn't make it this time. Dr. Mustafa, in your journey, how did failure and rejection contribute to your personal and professional growth? For me, it took me back to the drawing board always. And it got me to keep learning and relearning and unlearning, as Professor said. And it kept improving in my knowledge until I was able to get that single opportunity I was pursuing. I got the Commonwealth Scholarship to study a second master's degree at School of Oriental and African Studies, University of London, after 12 years of going back. So what can you say? How did failure get you to commit to personal and professional development?
Thank you very much. I think this is very important, because one of the major impediments to the current young people aspiration to leadership is that resilience and not wanting to fail. And you have to fail. In fact, you need to fail. If you don't fail, you will not appreciate it. I will tell you for free. I kept applying for a particular strategic leadership at Harvard, and I kept being rejected for 11 times, until I now added all the certificates I had at London Business School. So I patiently waited and stopped applying. Last year, when I added all of them, and I refused to put all the other English I was putting, I added them up. The next thing, I was added into a WhatsApp group of the training to start before I got my email. So when I saw myself in the email, one guy, Professor Don Cabell, who wrote more than 3,000 books, was the person I was looking for. He taught me only for 3 hours at London Business School, and they waited for him for 3 years to have that time. When he gave me a book, which I read, and now I saw him in the group. So, resilience is very important. And I will tell you, in November 2023, while I was having the 3rd course at London Business School, I needed 4 to get a global management certificate, and I had 3. And the 3rd one will be 9,500 US pounds. That's about $16,000. I had not even $600 then. I was walking on the street, so I saw a challenge, some research to do. I quickly snapped. I passed University of Westminster. I was doing it. By the time I arrived at my room, I have succeeded in doing the challenge. And the next thing they sent me a mail, what do you want to do? I said, I want to pay for the last course. And they did pay for it. So sometimes, don't give up at that last minute. Hauwa took 12 years chasing a fellowship. How many more 12 years do you want to put to chase for the same fellowship? But mind you, the more she put the years, the more simpler she becomes. She wouldn't have been here.
And it changed my life.
It changed your life. That's it. A technical advisor to the vice president, if it is the normal Nigerian thinking, will not be here. So calm down. She put the challenge, but she made it easy for you to get there. I trek from home, over Saudi to Hassan Usman Katsina Polytechnics uncountable times. While I was doing my second national diploma, because I didn't go to the university at the first, in Talata Mafara in Zamfara State, I was working in a rice farm. I beat rice. I'm telling you, level 1, level 2. I washed clothes for my ND2 colleagues to stay in school to learn. It's not easy. So ladies and gentlemen, those words that Prof mentioned, resilience, go and learn them and marry them. Actually, up to today, London Business School had never asked me for my high school certificate to enroll me. When I became the members of the British Chartered Institute of IT, I saw so many people with certificate. Immediately the person came in, he said, we are going to screen you from your brain. So keep everything at home. Resilience is so important that when you have it alone, you will see uncountable opportunities coming your way. I was discussing with Hauwa just before the event. I was saying, when we had the opportunity to discuss with Dangote, I want to ask him, what was one thing you wish young people are not doing or are doing? He said, they should not snap selfie with me when they see me. They should ask me how I'm able to reach there in 1 second. But many people who meet Dangote will just snap a picture. Does that change you to another Dangote? So calm down.
Calm down. Thank you very much. And the message is, calm down. Calm down. That's the message. Thank you very much, Doctor. So, Bilkisu, I'll wrap up with you with this question. So many young people underestimate the power of mentorships, networks, and community. You've worked with the Commonwealth Secretariat, and in our conversation last week when we met, you spoke about how people from the northern region are not fully accessing such opportunities. What do you think the role of mentorship, networks, and community play in accessing and maximizing opportunities? And if you have any other thing you want to share, because we're just going to wrap up.
So I think I'll echo back to something that Prof said earlier, which is about preparedness. And part of that is, like, in the beginning, you have to have self-belief. You have to believe you can achieve your vision. Because every time you share your vision, you're going to get naysays. People say, no, it can't be done. How will you do it? If I listened to naysays, I wouldn't be here. They'll be like, why would you leave London? Why would you come to Katsina? Katsina, not even Abuja. Like, so people will always say these things. And I'm now getting to 2 years here. And I'm trying my best to, continue this journey. But also, when it comes to self-belief, it's also about adding value. So wherever you are, it's like, how do you add value in that space? Even asking questions is adding value, because you're allowing that person to ask and share their insight and their experience with you. And when it goes to adding value, experience. So instead of like sitting at home or being bored, it's fine like to read, to go on YouTube and get the lectures and get the information. But at the same time, go and get experience. Volunteer your time. Say, I'm willing to engage with this. Because from there, you don't know who you're going to meet. People will see your skills, and you're demonstrating that. And you can also demonstrate somebody, say, okay, I can do this for you. And once they see the value in that, you never know from there who they're going to share or they're going to recommend. So you should take that up. And then going back to what Doctor was saying about failure, you're always going to fail, but it's what you take from that failure. What do you learn from it? How do you come back? And it's fine to take stock, to feel a little bit sad, but then you look back and then you say, okay, what do I learn from this? How do I move forward? How do I re-strategize? So it's better to try and fail than fail to try. then when it comes to the question of networks, it goes back to just being prepared. And if you add up all these things, you believe in yourself, you're ready, you're engaging, you're learning, you're open, the opportunity will come. And it's about the journey. It's fine to be focused on the destination, the vision, but it's the journey, all those skills and experience. Everybody that you see where they are successful, it took them time. They had setbacks, they had challenges, but they kept forging forward. And the thing is, you might be like, okay, I need to do X, Y, Z to get there. But while you're going that journey, you'll see it's a zigzag. Something else that you didn't even plan will happen. And by the time you get there, you're glad for all those experiences because it makes you more resilient. You have more insight, you have more experience that you can then share and you can engage with, and then you're an even better person. And you'll realize it's better I got to that thing 10 years later than 10 years before.
Definitely.
I'm telling you, because even like Prof to mention to you, I met him in 2017. The 2017 he met me was not the same one that would be here now. Exactly. And all the experience I made up in that time. And even in that time, I met Dr. Mustafa and I built more experience even in that time that we were having conversations. Yeah. So you just have to be patient, but be focused. And it's like I said, it's okay to step back and feel sad sometimes, but don't give up. Just, regroup and have a support network. Yeah. Your parents, make sure to make the dua for you, focus on God as well. So just pull all those things, look at where your support is and, have people that you can trust and mentors as well. Yeah. So whether that's the people within your circle, but also going outside your circle as well. Reach out to people, email them, go to events. Just try. I'm telling you, you just don't know where you're going to fit or people will reach out to you. And you don't know who will be sharing your story. Definitely. Even the way I met Hajia is another story. As well as somebody else that I know in the UK, he was studying. And then he recommended myself to Hajia. And then from there we met. So you just never know. So just try. That's all I would just say. And keep asking questions and don't give up.
Be patient, be focused. It's okay to step backwards. Have the right support system. Have the right support system. Network matters. You never can tell who will mention your name behind closed doors. We're not joking when we say these are real life stories. You never can tell who will mention your name behind closed doors. But what will they be saying? That's the question. Have you prepared yourself when your name comes up? What is going to be said about that? You need to prepare for that. So on a final note, Jida, what final advice would you give a young person who feels stuck? At the point, I also feel overwhelmed. I feel stuck. What advice will you give that young person, unsure of, where to begin, how to grow, or you're just stuck? You don't know what to do. You get overwhelmed at a point. To us that have even started something, you experience that time to time. So to young people out there that really find it difficult to even start, what advice will you give them?
Okay, back again. There are so many times that we get stuck, even us that have been on this journey. There was a time, a few months back, I sat up and I asked myself, like everything felt lukewarm. I just lost direction. I didn't know where I was headed. It felt as if I was losing it. And what I realized after I have passed that stage was, for every breakthrough, these things happen. When great things are about to happen, you will feel as if you're stuck. When great things are about to be born, there is this feeling of not headed anywhere. And when you are patient enough, and when you keep pushing, you will realize that it is a new flower that is about to be, that is about to that is about to grow out. There is a word for it and I've forgotten. So for that person out there that is lost, that feels stuck, I want you to go back to the drawing board and ask yourself, what is your purpose in this life? What are you passionate about? What do you feel you're created for? What is it that keeps burning in you, that voice deep inside of you that doesn't want to quiet down? And you begin learning about it. And you ask yourself, what is the first step? What is the first step you can take? The simplest, smallest step. It could be as simple as researching on that. It could be as simple as calling someone, getting a mentor, speaking with someone that has been on this journey. Ask them questions. Don't be afraid. Send them messages. Social media, if you don't have their numbers, try as much as you can to speak to as many people as possible. Get mentors online. Read books. Learn. And then one important thing is self-care. That has changed my life. Exercise. Move your body. In the mornings, get up. You're young. Get up. Go for a run. Exercise is very important. And the next thing is journaling. Please journal. Write down your thoughts. What are your thoughts? What is on your mind? Why do you feel stuck? What will make you feel happy? Look to the end of your life. In 90 years to come, where do you see yourself? What would you have want to achieve? Where would you, what legacy would you want to leave behind? Those are the kind of questions you need to begin to ask yourself. Allah, as the professor said, he said, you have to have a very strong why. And there are times, most of us, when you feel stuck, it is time to change direction. It is time for you to change direction. So you sit down and you journal, you talk to people, even your parents, discuss with them. Don't just leave it to yourself. Learn, write, and ask these important questions. Why do you want to do this? What legacy do you want to leave behind in 90 years, in 100 years? Where do you see yourself at the end of your life if you're on your deathbed today? What would you want to look back and see that you've left behind? That is all legacy. What would you want to be remembered for? Those things are going to be the culmination of your growth. It's going to be like a rebirth. And don't give up. Keep building. Keep pushing. When one door closes, go to the other one. And there are doors that even if they are closed, you have to break them down. There is nothing you can't do in this world, wallahi, believe me. Except if you don't want it enough. Except if you don't want it bad enough. Be so intentional about your life that you have a life plan for yourself. You can deviate, it's okay. But sit down and get your life together. Journaling, do not sit on this. Have a book. I don't want you to journal in your phones. No. I want you to get a journal, a hardcover journal, and begin to write about your life. Wake up in the morning, write. Before you go to bed, write. Be intentional. Have a legacy. And I'll leave you with that. Thank you so much.
You need to be fully prepared. You need to be ready for opportunities when they come knocking. We'll take just 2 questions and then we wrap up. Okay, 1 female, please. We have, can you step forward? 1 female. Karkumun haka. Subhanallah. No question? We've been talking here, Nambabu. Subhanallah. Don't fold my hand. Matanan, it means you didn't grab anything. We have 1. Okay, step forward, please. Can you give him the microphone, please? And please, just a question, straight to the point. I've appreciated them on your behalf. If it's appreciation, just a question, please. Tap him to get the microphone.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, all. My name is Rokaya Aminishehu. I'm from Little Angel Schools. My question is, what are the key points that show leadership potentials?
Okay, I think I'll direct this question to Doctor.
The key issues of leadership potential is 1, respect to every single human being that breathes. 2, getting your predecessor the day you start the journey so that when you leave, people don't have to scamper for your replacement. 3, do it the way it will be done to you. So be a servant instead of a leader. Come to the office early, pack the plates when you eat, clean your table, appreciate the lowest officer in the office, give them more opportunities. Should be your friends. Your driver should be the best friend you can have. You can have dinner over table or lunch. The best leader is he who serves. Thank you.
The best leader is one who serves. So please give him the mic.
I think there is no need of going through the protocol since you've done that.
Yeah.
And mine is not a question actually.
and we said questions. I'm sorry, sir. Please, it's very important. Anywhere we find ourselves, let's respect, let's adhere to the instructions, because they said that's why we fail exams. You can discuss with any one of us after the program, but please, we said questions. I'm very sorry, sir. Another question? Question.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. My question is, what is the best IT skills we have in the world?
The best IT skills? Prof, you want to take that?
Of course.
But it's an always evolving field. You cannot say this is the best and this is not the best, but definitely Prof will have something.
Well, I think most important is identifying problem. Because IT is a solution.
Gotcha.
Information technology skills are there to fix a problem. But you have to see the problem first. If you can't see the problem, then what solution can you want to bring up with? There are so many young people with skills, with these abilities, but they don't know what to do with it. Like in one of my entrepreneurship classes, a young lady in my university, she raised her hand, she asked me, she said, in my lecture I said, solve problem. And she said to me that anytime she looks around, all the problems around her, somebody is solving the problem. And she could not see any problem to solve again. And I said, that's the problem. Because you can't see the problem, that's the problem. And you become the problem. So your ability to see, to identify the problem is the most important. In the world of creativity and innovation, creativity is the king. Creativity is to identify the solution. Innovation is to put it into practice, to make it happen, to make it real. But all these things happen when you have the eye to identify, to see the problem. So in IT, the king, the father, the mother of all is seeing the problem.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prof. Okay, I would like to wrap up by appreciating you all. It's the first step. Prof and Dr. and Naufal and Yusuf and everyone will bear me witness. 2016, 2017, you can never have something like this. I remember we host activities in Girgira Hub. It will be less than 20 people that will show up. So sincerely, I am so thrilled and excited with the development I'm seeing in Katsina. It's what we've always been dreaming of. You have an event you're dreading coming down to Katsina. But now we call for volunteers. Believe me, we need nothing more than 50 volunteers. After 24 hours, we have over 900 people registering to volunteer. So wallahi, I'm overexcited. I'm happy. The ecosystem is really booming in Katsina. I was in the camp last week, and I told them you have no reason to redeploy. Katsina is the happening city, and we're giving you activities back to back. In this May alone, how many activities are going to hold in Katsina? So please appreciate the young people in Katsina. We're having that change in mindset. We're no longer being left behind. We're leveraging all platforms. We're making our presence felt, and we're showing them that given the opportunity, we have what it takes. Katsina shouldn't be left behind. We have what it takes to contribute to national development. And please appreciate the excellent panelists that we have on this panel. Appreciate them, please. This is the best out of Katsina. Go and check about them. And I'm going to post their profiles on the social media platforms for you to go through and see. But like I always tell you, they have no two heads, they have one. If they can do it, you can also do it. The young women that keep telling me, Auntie Hauwa, I want to be like you, you can be better than Hauwa Liman. So please go out there. You're not here to be average. You're not born to be average. You can do it. The opportunities are out there. Get the right mindset. As they said, be patient, focus, persevere, invest in mentors, invest in the right network. We keep hammering this. I didn't come into Katsina till yesterday, but everything was done. The power of what? Community and network. We're going to cross river in June because of what? Network. Your network is your net worth. As they keep saying, Auntie Hauwa keeps telling us to step out of our comfort zone. It pays. Step out of your comfort zone. And please, let's keep this momentum. The Arewa Tech Fest is coming. I'm sure everyone is aware. Please, let's show the world that Nigeria and indeed Katsina can make things happen. Please, let's make it a resounding success. The TEDx is also going to come, TEDx Kaingiwa. Please, let's be present. Let the impact be felt, and the ripple effect should be felt across the country and across the world. Thank you very much for joining us on this insightful panel, and I hope you're all going to leave here feeling inspired, feeling encouraged to go out there, giving your best, keep learning, and commit to lifelong learning. Commit to lifelong learning. And at the same time, do not forget, whatever you become, come back home, let the impact be felt. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Please, we'll take a quick picture with the panelists. So the photographers will please line up. There will be a quick picture. And also before closing of the program, we just have one more item of the program and then we'll close. But before closing of the program, the panelists also are going to receive a package from the organizing committee to appreciate them. So kusa da oga? To shi kenan. Akwai kujera a nan waje irin wannan za a kawo yanzu. Allah a shigo da wannan kujera. Thank you. Okay, please, can you put your hands together for our amazing panelists, please? Okay, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. So we are coming towards the end of today's program with just one activity remaining. Like we have said, publicizing. Where's the... Hello. Okay. We are going to be taking the pitching competition in less than 5 minutes from now. And immediately after the pitching, there is going to be a technical session, a parallel session. Our very own Maimuna Anka, who is the creative director of Malabis, is going to take a session on the business of fashion. And we have Mustafa Ango from the Uplift Hub. He's going to take another class on the future of work. So you should please stay tuned for that session. But in the meantime, we are going to, as we prepare for the pitching, I think the judges are being briefed. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we are just quickly, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the president of Katsina Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, in person of Dr. Nuruddin Muhammad Ilyas. We also have the chairman of the unshakable Katsina Post, Mustafa Sadiq. Thank you for joining us. We also have the family members of our convener. Please kindly stand up for recognition. Barrister Antinajiba, Oga Jafar. Yes, they are the family members, yes, of the convener, her support system. We also have Nonso, all right, yes, all together with the team of the convener. And now we are going to listen to our host. Now, but before I invite the host, I would like to just build on something that the convener had said. She said 2017, Katsina was nowhere close to what it is today in terms of youth awareness. Because when we opened the form for volunteers application, in less than 24 hours, there were almost 1,000 applicants. This is to show that the young people in Katsina are more aware. They understand what these kind of things mean. Now, this couldn't have been achieved without the hard work, dedication, and commitment of some individuals whom some of them happen to be with us in this room. We have the chairman of Lumilab. We have the secretary of the Readers Hub community. We have some of the executive members of the Katsina City Toastmasters Club. We have the almighty Ideas and Data and the program manager. All in this room, they are the people that have been doing all these programs. And eventually, God answered our prayers, and the DG was appointed, and everything became what it is today. So we are very, very grateful for you for building this ecosystem and for making us who we are today. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to invite the Director General of CADICT, the Katsina Directorate of ICT, and our very own host, a very generous host, to come on and give us a goodwill message. Please, let's escort him with an applause. Please put your hands together. Thank you very much.
Thank God you said a goodwill message, so I cannot fail, because coming after this fiery panel is quite challenging. But since it's a goodwill message, I'll just speak from the heart. While the panel was going on and while I was speaking to our prof here, I was remembering where we came from. We started from problem. We were called a failed generation. Why? Because the society promised us a future. Go to school, get good grades, and your future is definitely secured. And all of us obeyed. We went to school, we did well, we got the grades, we got out of that school, and there were no opportunities to be found. What next? So we went from doors to doors, seeking for opportunities, seeking for mentors, but there were nowhere to be found. And when I turn around in this room, I see faces of people that banded together and decided that we are going to become for others what we are unable to get in our own societies. I could see Malam Yusuf, I could see Katsina Post, I could see Malam Nura. All of them decided at one point that we are going to become the leaders that we've been waiting for. For ourselves, we started businesses. We founded organizations, and we worked together. We collaborated. For more than a decade, we worked together. Other people chose to start, digital media platforms. Others chose to start a non-profit. Some of us decided to venture into the technology space and open the first technology hub in Katsina. All of that decade of hard work is what brought us to where we are today. And we, if you ask me, I would say that we have fulfilled our dream of being for others what we couldn't find. Mentors, support system, brothers, and whatnot. Because if you look at each and every one of us, we have built one platform or the other that is giving others an opportunity to get a job, to be mentored, and to thrive. So for me, whenever I'm in rooms like this, I'm in awe of what we've been able to achieve in such a short period of time. But I'm most importantly happy that we're able to attract people like you. I remember clearly 8-9 years ago, when we have an event, we have to promote it for more than a month. And Hajiya also mentioned that each time she comes to Kirikira to host an event, I will be there by 8 o'clock. But I promise you, people are not going to be there till like 11 to 12. But now look at us. If I say we are hosting an event at 8 o'clock at Cardict, trust me, before that time, a substantial number of the people must have showed up. And whenever an opportunity comes, I don't have to beg anybody to please take it. People are ready and racing towards us and taking those opportunities and doing better for themselves. So there is nothing for me more fulfilling than envisioning a future, collaborating to build it, and seeing it become a reality. But most importantly, also seeing that there are other people behind us that are ready to take on the baton. And we've been generous enough to give those opportunities to these people, and they have never failed us. So mine is a congratulation to all of us here in this hall, but most importantly, to all of the people in Katsina State. I'm proud. I'm truly proud of the future, what we've built today, and I'm very hopeful about the future. And as they have mentioned, there are so many opportunities coming our way. So many opportunities. Katsina has never had it this good, as far as we are concerned. We have never had it this good. The challenge would be, are you ready to take on these opportunities? Are you ready to make the most out of them? But also importantly, are you ready to pay it forward? Are we? Can I see your hand? Okay, so this is a promise that we will take on all of these opportunities presented by us. You make the most of it and you pass it forward. The fire that had been started from the generation before you must not die with you. So again, thank you very much for organizing this. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you very much for all you do. Thank you.
Please, let's appreciate our host, the Director General and most generous DG, for being a great host. He's given us all the support. We were here last night. Throughout the day, we used the venue for so many things. And we are here today, almost occupying everywhere. We just had to sign somewhere. Thank you very much for your kindness. Thank you so much. Okay, so now it's time. Please, the organizing committee, we need to know if the contestants for the semi-finals are lined up and they are ready. Volunteers, please help me find out. Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, so I'm going to start by introducing the chief judge. He's going to come up and then introduce his panel of judges. You are about to see something you have not seen in Katsina State. It is going to be a contest, and only the fittest will survive. We have 12 contestants, and only 5 are going to make it to the finals tomorrow. And there is a grant of about 1 million naira or more that awaits these participants. So stay tuned and watch this contest as it unfolds. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce the Chief Judge, the President, Katsina Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Dr. Nura Muhammad Ilyas. Put your hands together for Dr. Nura Muhammad Ilyas. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. It is a privilege and honor to be part of this program. I personally thank the organizers very much. It was a promise fulfilled when we had a Toastmasters event here. The technical assistant to the vice president promised that Katsina is going to have a program from her office, and today that has become reality, and we that are from Katsina and still here in Katsina, we are very grateful for that, and I believe it will go a long way in helping our youth. Things are changing in Katsina as acknowledged by the Director General. We can see that clearly, and we hope for better things ahead. First, I would like to call the judges that will do this work for me, with me, to come and have their seats. First, I would like to call Malam Faisal Kurfi from Reader's Hope. Malam Faisal. Then I would like to call Malam Yusuf Umar Usman from Idga. Then Malam Aliu Ibrahim Maywada from Nasi. Then Dr. Babangida Ruma, he's not around. Malama Rahana to Ahmed, also not available. Okay, we have three judges, the judges with us here. And shi wannan pitching din za a iya yi da Hausa, za a iya da Turanci, saboda ba a san wata bariya ta shigo tsakanin idea da kuma ila language ya hana wani ya ce abin da zai ce. Saboda haka duk wanda zai pitching din shi yana iya yi da Hausa, yana iya yi da Turanci. The most important thing, duk wanda zai pitching yana da 3 minutes to pitch. And if you go beyond that, you risk disqualification. And during this pitching, we have some things that we are going to look at. Number one is understanding of business, which has the largest shares of marks, 40%. Then there is innovation and creativity, which is 20%. Then there is indigenous expression, which is 20%. And then there is presentation and delivery, which is another 20%. And when all these are added up, we get 100%. Are they ready?
Tell your fellow judges that this is list for 10 contestants, so they will add the 2 here.
Okay, I'm going to say add the Mula and add the total.
So kaga overall score position. Idan ka cika 10 nan zaka kara 2 nan sai ka score din wannan kasa.
Ban gane. Okay, are we ready? They are set? Okay, the participants, let's get ready to begin the pitching. Okay. We repeat again, most importantly for the participants is the time. The 3 minutes is the maximum time someone can pitch. Mutum yana da minti uku kadai ba a wuce minti uku. In mutum ya wuce minti uku, to akwai possibility for disqualification. First, I would like to call Zainul Abidin Abdul Aziz to come and do his pitching. Thank you.
Can I start? Zionist Media.
Okay, the first one is Zionist Media, to be presented by Zainul Abidin Abdul Aziz. Your time starts now.
Wake baya amfani da kafafen sada zumunta nan? Ba kowa? Wake kirkirar content nan? Kirkirar content ba na shahararrun mutane ko 'yan fim bane ba kawai. Hanya ne yanzu da kamfanoni 'yan kasuwa suke amfani da ita wurin samun kwastomomi, ɗaiɗaikun mutane suke gina suna domin yin tasiri ga rayuwarsu da mutanen da ke kewaye da su. Kasuwar content creation a duniya ta kai dala biliyan 250. A Najeriya tuni matasa sun fara cin gaje hakan. Amma a arewacin Najeriya musamman Katsina muna da mutane masu baiwa da kuma san shiga harkan amma suna fuskantar matsaloli. Waɗanda suka hada da rashin ilimin yin content da kayan aiki, rashin ɗakin kirkira wato creative studio wanda zai ba su damar yin hakan a cikin farashi mai sauki, sannan kuma rashin fahimtar yadda content creation yake canza rayuwar al'umma. A Zionist Media muna magance waɗannan matsaloli ta hanyoyi guda uku. Muna bayar da horo ga maza da mata akan yadda ake kirkira content ga waya hannu, muna yin bidiyoyi ga kamfanoni da kuma ɗaiɗaikun mutane, sannan muna faɗakar da jama'a akan yadda kirkirar content yake canza rayuwar al'umma. Ya zuwa yanzu mun horar da matasa sama da 400, mun yi aiki da kamfanoni, kungiyoyi da ma'aikatu, sannan muna samun kuɗin shiga daidai gwargwado. Amma muna buƙatar ƙarin goyon baya domin faɗaɗa ayyukanmu. Muna buƙatar creative studio wato ɗakin kirkira wanda zai bamu damar yin kirkirar content, horar da mutane da kuma yin aiki cikin yanayi mai kyau. Muna buƙatar naira miliyan 1 wanda zai bamu dama mu kama haya, mu sai kayan aiki sannan mu yi 'yan gyare-gyare. Sunana Zainul Abidin Abdulaziz, ni ne na kafa Zionist Media. na horar da matasa sama da 500 akan digital skills, ina da mabiya sama da 12,000 a kafafen sada zumunta, ina da kwarewa ta sama da shekara 5, sannan kuma na kammala digiri na 2 a fannin kasuwanci da jagoranci. Ayyukanmu suna taimaka ma SDGs ta hanyar ba da ilimi ingantacce, a samar da ayyuka masu kyau, kirkira a fannin fasaha da kuma haɗin gwiwa domin cimma manufofin. Wannan ba ficin bane ba kawai, kira ne zuwa ga zuba jari ga matasa. Da wannan tallafi za mu gina ɗakin kirkira wanda zai taimaki matasa a jihar Katsina, arewacin Najeriya da Najeriya baki daya. Na gode.
Thank you so much, Zainal Abidin Abdul Aziz from Zainest Media. Okay, from the judges, you have questions for him? For Zainest Media? Okay.
Okay. So, barka da kokari Malam Zainul Abidin Abdulaziz daga Zainest Media. Tambaya ta gare ka shine daga cikin matasan da kace ka horas sama da 500, menene yanayin category ɗinsu, maza da mata nawa ne, sannan yaya yanayin su yake, sun dukan su 'yan jihar Katsina ne koko a arewacin Najeriya koko gaba daya a yanayin ƙasar yake, sannan specifically a content creation ɗin abubuwan da aka koyar da su menene wanda aka koyar da su a su wannan matasa.
To muna koyar da matasa akan content creation, musamman video editing da wayoyin hannu, kuma mun horar da matasa maza da mata, kusan 60% mata 50% maza, kuma yawanci da 'yan Katsina ne. Sai kuma yawancin mutanen da nake koya ma digital skills sun hada da mutane online, saboda ina amfani da dandali na shafukan sada zumunta, ina faɗakar da jama'a da kuma 'yan kasuwa da kuma content creators akan muhimmancin content creation din da kuma yadda ake yin content creation din da kuma sabbin abubuwa da ke shigowa cikin industry, ina faɗakar da mutane yau da kullum.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
Alaikum salam.
Malam Zain, mun gode kwarai da wannan presentation din naka. So ni ina da tambaya guda biyu. Na farko, akwai mutanen da har yanzu suke ganin cewa social media kamar bata lokaci ne, especially matasa wanda ake ta cewa su je su yi karatu da sauransu. To me za ka iya ce wa mutane wanda suke da irin wannan tunanin, tunda kai kana cikin wannan harkai, kuma ya za a yi convincing nasu su ɗauko kuɗinsu su sa cikin harkarka? Sannan na biyu kuma ka yi magana cewa wannan content creation ana yin shi duk duniya. To kai menene ka za ka ƙara a ciki wanda zai nuna cewa munan 'yan jihar Katsina mutane za su iya zai resonating da su 'yan Katsina, wani innovation da ka kawo? Na gode.
So a tambaya ta farko ka yi maganan content creation. Na farko cewa yanzu duniya tana wuri daya, kuma yawanci duk mutane suna amfani da social media, especially professionals kamar yadda na faɗa, 'yan kasuwa da kuma kamfanoni yanzu duk sun koma social media. Saboda tambayar da na farko shine na ce wake baya amfani da kafafen sada zumunta, ina tunanin mutum ɗaya ko biyu ya daga, saboda dukkan mu muna amfani da kafafen sada zumunta. Wannan yana nuna cewa duk mun koma saman social media. Duk abin da kake so ka tallata wa mutane, kake so mutane su san ka, sai ka je saman social media dinnan. Kuma idan baka san yadda zaka kirkiri content mai kyau ba domin jan hankali, saboda dubunnan bidiyoyi, hotuna da kuma rubutu kullum su ne ake sharing a social media dinnan. Idan naka bai standing out ba yadda za a yi ka bugi mutane har mutane su zo su abin nan ɗinka. Magana ta biyu shine yadda muka bambanta kuma muke amfani da kwakwalen muna koya mutanen Katsina shine muna yi da Hausa, na farko kenan. Na biyu, wannan creative studio din da muke so mu kawo, wannan tallafin shine abu na biyu da zai sa mu samu wuri na musamman domin horar da matasa, kirkirar content din da kuma yin abubuwa cikin kwanciyar hankali a gare mu.
Thank you so much, Zainest Media. Thank you so much. You come back. Okay, we now go to the next. Farida Usman Abdullahi. Okay. Okay, Farida Usman Abdullahi, go ahead, tell us your name of your business. Okay, Farida, what is the name of your?
Feeder Street. Shin, ko kun san cewa yawancin kayan ciye-ciye da muke ci na da sinadarai masu cutarwa? A Feeder Street, mun ɗauki wannan a matsayin kira don samar da wani abu daban, lafiya, daɗi da kuma sauƙi a lokaci guda. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, sunana Farida Usman Abdullahi, shugabar Feeder Street. Feeder Street kasuwanci ne da aka kafa don samar da sabbin ɗanɗano, inganci ta fannin kayan zaƙi, kayan makulashe da kuma kayan ciye-ciye, da ma sauran kayan daɗi da mutane ke bukata. Wanda sana'ar ta fara ne a cikin gida, a hankali ta bar gida. Har muka yi nasarar samun mata da rijista, wanda hakan shi ya ba mu ƙwarin gwiwar samar da hanyar da za mu bambanta kanmu da sauran masu sana'o'i irin namu. Ta hanyar samar da kayan masarufi, kayan lambu masu inganci, tsafta da kuma lafiya, don ɗaukaka tattalin arzikinmu da kuma lafiyar masu cinikayya da mu. A yau, mutane da dama ba su da lokaci ko damar yin abinci mai lafiya. Feeder Street ta samu mafita. Muna samar da abinci mai amfani da kayan gida da ke kewayenmu don lafiya, sauƙin amfani da kuma sauƙaƙa rayuwar yau da kullum. Haka zalika, mun horar da matasa da mata da dama don yin sana'a. Muna amfani da kayayyakin noma na cikin gida don tallafa wa manoma da kuma tattalin arziki. Abin da ya bambanta mu da sauran masu sana'o'i irin namu shine haɗa daɗi, lafiya da sauƙi a gwaje guda. Muna ba da abinci guda ɗaya haɗe da zamani da gargajiya a cikin salo mai jawo hankali. A yau, zaɓi yana a hannunku. Ku zaɓi kasuwancin da zai ɗaga darajar rayuwar matasa, mata da manoma. Ku zaɓi Feeder Street inda lafiya, tsafta da kuma jin daɗi ke haɗuwa. Na gode. You have to shake it, please. Yes. Ba shi bane ba.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
So, da kwai mutane masu allergy ko kuma wani special need game da abubuwan cikin da suke ci. Wani tanadi kuka yi domin su?
Baji ba?
Mutane wanda suke da allergy ko kuma suke da certain concern game da agricultural commodities da ke gare mu. So, da kwai kamar tanadi da kuka yi na masu misali masu shiga ko kuma masu specific allergy to wani satan kamshi ko kuma ɗanɗano?
Sai yasa na ce muna amfani da kayanmu na cikin gida. Duk abin da zan ba masu kasuwanci da mu, muna tabbatar da cewa abin da zamu ba su ba zai cutar da su ba. When it comes to masu shuga, in ka zo za mu tambaye ka dama. Akwai satin abubuwan da muke na low sugar people, akwai wanda kuma muke yi na mutane general. In ka zo za mu tambaye ka, muna da so abu, different varieties na abu, muna da shi, wane kake so, sai mu baka. In ka ce mana kana da low sugar, sai mu baka. Da mu normally akwai wannan a aji na mutane da suke da ko sugar ko ulcer, pertaining yaji kenan. Muna da satin abin da duk akwai.
Thank you. Thank you. Yawa, to Farida da kuma sauran waɗanda za su zo bayan ta da Allah idan answer to the point saboda lokaci. So tambaya ta, na sha wannan, na je na da sanyi kuma na je test din. Amma ga waɗanda ba za su iya gane test na product ba, shi wannan menene?
Mixed fruit juice ne.
Mixed fruit. Da me aka yi shi?
Akwai kankana a ciki,
okay.
Akwai apple a ciki, akwai cucumber, akwai watermelon, kankana kenan.
Okay. So abin da yasa na tambaya saboda a jikin a level din babu sunan shi takamaimai product din da kuma ingredient din da aka yi. Because kamar shi abokin aiki na ya tambaya mutane irin masu wani condition, so idan aka sanya ingredient na abin da aka yi product da shi zai iya sa mutum ya saya ko aka san haka. So wannan shi.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay, it's okay.
Because of time, we take only 2 questions. Thank you so much, Farida.
Thank you.
You can take your leave. We now call the third person, Aliyu Kabir Ibrahim. Aliyu Kabir Ibrahim. Tell us the name of your business.
Planza.
Eh?
Planza.
Planza.
Yes. PLANZAAR.
Okay. Planza.
Yes.
You can start.
A halin yanzu, mostly wanda suke nan idan muka tambaye su wanda suke event planners, I mean, you all know how stressful it is to haɗa events, how yanda dai yake da wahala sosai. So exactly abinda mutane da yawa suke suffering da shi kenan yanzu. Wasu suna dogara ne da social media platforms kamar WhatsApp, Instagram wurin samun vendors da za su tafi da event ɗinsu, wanda hakan yakan jawo musu asarar lokacinsu, asarar dukiyarsu, da ɓata lokaci sosai. So shine wannan dalilin ne sanya muka kirkiro Planza. Planza platform ne wanda zai hada customers da vendors a wuri guda. Kamar za ka tsara biki, za ka shiga platform din, za ka sanya kalar tsarin bikin da kake da shi da kasafin kuɗinka. Platform din za ta hada ka da vendors da suke a yankinka da sharfinsu da kuma sharhin kwastomomi da farashin kuɗinsu. Za ka shiga za ka yi zaɓa vendors ɗin da kake so daga ciki. Planza tana taimakawa mutane da vendors su haɗu cikin sauƙi da amana, saboda mu duka vendors ɗin da suke cikin platform ɗin an tantance su, sannan kuma tana ba da ƙwarin gwiwa daga vendors su samu kwastomomi kuma su haɗu cikin amana. Planza ba wai kawai tana so tsara taruka bane a Najeriya, a tana taimakawa vendors su samu kwastomomi kuma su faɗaɗa harkokinsu. Sannan a yanzu haka muna kan gina samfarin gwajinmu kuma mun tabbatar da buƙatar wannan kasuwa a wannan manhaja a kasuwa. Idan muka samu wannan tallafin za mu yi using tallafin ne wurin ci gaba da gina ko kuma kammala gina MVP ɗinmu wato samfarin gwaji da kuma mu fara kasuwanci kuma sannan mu ƙara shigo da 'yan kasuwa da suke Katsina da kewayenta. Na gode.
So thank you. Do you have questions for him?
So assalamu alaikum. Aliyu. Ni tambaya ta naji kayi maganar manhaja kuma kayi maganar su masu neman wannan services din da kuma wanda za su yi providing services din nan. To amma ban ji kayi maganar business model ba, kai ta yaya za a yi ka samu kuɗi a cikin wannan harkai?
To akwai hanyoyi da dama da za mu samu kuɗi ta wannan harkai, kamar commission kenan. Kamar yanzu idan za ka tsara biki ka shiga, to duk vendor da ka yi order da shi za ka yi taro da shi, kana buƙatar service ɗin shi. Idan ya zamanto cewa kun yi deal ya riga ya zauna daidai, za mu samu commission na wannan transaction ɗin da kuka yi. Misali a ce kamar 10% commission. Sannan kuma akwai talla da za mu ringa yi ta masu vendors ɗin, na cewa idan vendor yana son a ƙara faɗaɗa kamar sana'ar shi zuwa mutane da yawa, to za mu yi amfani, za mu ansa kuɗi sannan sai a ringa tallan shi. Yanzu for now ne ba mu kiyasta kamar percentage ba.
Okay, thank you. Any other question for him? No question? So thank you so much. We now go to the next person. Hadiza Nura. Tell us the name of your business.
Umunur clothing a Sinkaya. Iyaye da yawa a arewacin Najeriya da kanana. Umunur clothing a Sinkaya. Umunur. Iyaye da yawa a Najeriya musamman arewacin Najeriya da ƙananan 'yan kasuwa suna fama da matsalar inda za su samu kayan yaransu masu kyau da quality a farashi mai sauki. Wannan matsala ce ta addabin mutane miliyoyi a Najeriya da iyaye sosai, sannan kuma dama ce wadda za ta kai biliyoyin nerori idan aka yi amfani da ita a jihar Katsina kadai. Assalamu alaikum, sunana Hadiza Nura, mamallakiyar Umunur Clothing. A Umunur sana'a ce wadda ta kunshi siyar da kaya masu kyau da quality ga iyaye da 'yan kasuwa. Muna taimaka ma iyaye da 'yan kasuwa saboda yadda yaran su za su kaya ba tare da sun yi breaking budget ɗinsu ba, sannan muna taimaka ma masu son fara sana'a su fara cikin sauki da ƙwarin gwiwa. Abin da ya bambanta mu da sauran masu sana'a shine mu muna horarwa, muna koya ma sabbin masu son fara sana'a yadda za su gudanar da sana'o'insu ta hanyar yanar gizo. Muna sai da kaya ɗaya ga iyaye, sannan muna ba da wholesale ga masu sari. Ƙungiyarmu tana da ƙwarewa, muna da ma'aikata 3 a yanzu. Akwai wacce ke mana sorting ɗin kaya, wato tana rarraba su. Akwai wadda ke hoto da bidiyo domin tallace-tallacen mu. A yanzu haka bamu da shago, muna abubuwan mu komai online ne. Sannan muna da driver wanda ke kai ma abokan kasuwancin mu idan sun sai kaya zuwa gidajensu ko tasha idan buƙatar hakan ta zo. Burin Umunur shine kaya su zama household item. Kowane iyaye da masu son fara sana'a su samu kaya masu inganci. Muna samun kuɗi yanzu haka ta hanyar sai da kaya ga iyaye da kuma masu sari. Umunur a takaice kamar wata jumiya ce ta kayan yaran masu sauki da inganci ga iyaye. Burinmu wannan abin ya je ga mutane da yawa a arewacin Najeriya da ma Najeriya gaba ɗaya. Daga farawa zuwa yanzu mun sai da kaya fiye da 5,000 ga kwastomominmu a duk faɗin Najeriya. Muna tura kaya Kano, Kaduna, Abuja har da su Lagos. Idan muka samu wannan tallafin za mu yi amfani da shi domin mu buɗe shago wanda mutane za su iya shigowa a cikin jihar Katsina su sai kaya. Sannan muna son mu inganta horon da muke ba mutane domin su ma su dogara da kawunansu. Sannan kuma muna son mu yi amfani da wannan tallafin domin mu inganta yadda muke tsarin tacewa da hotunan kayanmu. Sannan muna son mu yi amfani da shi still mu taimaka wa matasa wanda za mu ɗauke su aiki su ma su samu su dogara kawunansu. Umunur ba sana'a bace ba kaɗai, mafita ce ga iyaye da ƙananan 'yan kasuwa a Najeriya. Na gode.
All day. Okay, do you have questions for her?
Na fahimce ki sosai. Production.
Ba mu production.
Muna sayar da kayan. So ta ya kuke tantance waɗanda za ku sai da kayansu a wurin ku?
Muna sayan kayan ne daga kasashen waje ake kawo mana, sai mu buɗa mai sorting, mu fidda masu kyan first grade din, mu fidda second grade din, mu fidda wanda ba za mu iya saida ba, sai mu fara talla. Mutane da yawa sun gaji da zuwa kasuwa da abubuwa. Ga kayan yanzu ba quality, duk wanda ke da ƴaƴan nan ta san da ake fama. So za mu yi sorting based on age da quality da abubuwan da kake so, za mu presenting a manhajar mu ta social media.
Okay, ba indigenous commodities kuke sayarwa ba. Imported maybe fairly used items.
Yawwa haka.
Assalamu alaikum. Malama Hadiza. Shekara nawa kuka fara wannan kasuwancin?
Shekara 2.
Shekara 2? Shekara ta farko kun ci riba ko faduwa kuka yi?
To shekarar farko dai akwai kalubale da yawa. Mun dan samu ribar ba sosai ba. Kuma along the way I was scammed. Kudin ma sai zama na babu. So we have to start again muka building. Amma so far yanzu we have achieved many. Mun sai da kaya fiye da yadda muke iya tunani muwa.
Shekara ta 2 fa kun ci riba?
A gaskiya alhamdulillah turnout is very good.
It's very low.
It's very good. It's high sosai. Sana'ar akwai arziki sannan kuma mutane na son kaya masu kyau, and quality da affordability is our first name. So mutane da yawa yanzu mun fara zama household name ma yanzu a cikin Katsina har a dan arewacin Najeriya yanzu haka.
To yanzu da kudin da kuke kashewa da kuɗin da suke shigo muku ya me bambancin, saboda muna son mu duba shin kasuwancin naki abu ne wanda za a iya ci gaba koko, saboda in ya zama cewa shekara ta farko ba ku ci riba ba, shekara ta biyu ma ba ku ci riba ba, kun ga akwai matsala kenan.
Shekara ta farko ba mu san yadda ake ba, amma da ilimin kasuwanci da komai yanzu turnover idan da mun fara da 10,000 yanzu muna da 100,000 ne, ya canza sosai, mun ci riba sosai gaskiya alhamdulillah. Kuma gashi mun ilmantar da yawa sun fara, yanzu ina da masu zuwa sari gidana kila mutum sun fi 50 a cikin garin Katsina, sannan garuruwa ma ina turawa, kowa ya sara shi ma ya fara ya saida, ana siye sosai.
To alhamdulillah, mun gode.
Thank you so much.
So, thank you.
Okay, we call the next person. Hadiza Salus. Tell us the name of your business.
The name of my business is HB Designs World. Hadiza Salus Bebeji is my name, and the name of the business is HB Designs World. HB Designs World, yes.
You can start.
Na san da yawa daga cikinku sun taɓa fuskantar ɓacin rai na rashin cika alkawari daga gurin tela. Wasu kuma tela ya taɓa ɓata musu kaya, ya miki matsatsin kaya marasa mutunci wanda ke kuma kin fi son masu mutunci. Ko kuna da labarin cewa akwai dubbannin mata a jihar Katsina wanda ke da basira ko in ce fasahar iya ɗinki amma ba su samu damar samun horo ba? Shi yasa muka ce duniyar ɗinki ana buƙatar sauyi. A inda HB Designs World muka ɗauki wannan alhakin da gaske. Ni ce Hadiza Bebeji, mamallakiyar kamfanin HB Designs World, inda ƙirƙira, fasaha da kuma ƙayataccen salo na ɗinki ke haɗuwa. Kuma kamfani ne da ke amfani da ɗinki wajen sauya rayuwar mata. A HB Designs World, ɗinkunan mu ba kawai kyau bane da su, suna wakiltar mutunci, ado, sannan kuma suna da ƙarko. Kuma ba kaman wasu telolin ba, muna tabbatar da cewa mun cika alƙawari. A HB Designs World, ɗaya daga cikin burinmu shine mu taimaka wa mata, musamman masu fuskantar ƙalubale a rayuwa, wajen koya musu sana'ar ɗinki don su samu abin da za su dogara da kansu. Wanda ni na kai shekara 10 kuma ni gogaggiyar fashion designer ce, da kuma sanda muka kafa kamfanin zuwa yanzu mu horar da mata akalla guda 30, wanda wasu daga cikinsu suna aiki karkashin kamfanin, wasu kuma suna cin gashin kansu. Daga cikin masu aiki muna da wa'anda suke ɗinki, wasu kuma su sa stones wato duwatsu, wasu su sa beads, wasu su yi embroidery, a inda ni kuma nake horar da masu koyo. A HB Designs World ko in ce a masana'antar ɗinki nan gaba kaɗan muna hango HB Designs World a matsayin wata katafaren kamfani, a inda salansa zai ƙayatar da al'umma, zai haifar da tsaftar muhalli kuma ya rage mace-macen aure, sannan kuma za mu iya gogayya da duk wani fashion kamfani na ƙasa gabaki ko in ce na duniya gabaki ɗaya. Rashin wutar lantarki yana daga cikin babban abin da ke kawo mana koma baya a sana'ar mu ta ɗinki. Da taimakon wannan tallafi za mu samu kafa tsayayyar wutar lantarki wato ta sola, sannan za mu faɗaɗa shirye-shiryenmu na horaswa, mu kuma ƙara kayayyakin aiki na daidai da zamani, a inda yawan matan da muke taimakawa a shekara za su ƙara yawa. Da ƙarshe nake cewa ku zo mu haɗa ƙarfi da ƙarfe domin mu mai da suturan da ke jikinku zuwa 'yanci da kuma ƙira zuwa ga makoma. Na gode.
Thank you, HB Design World.
You're welcome, sir.
So, kin yi magana da cewa wannan tallafi da za ku samu musamman saboda matsala da ake samu ta rashin tsayayyar wutar lantarki, za ku yi amfani wajen inganta wutar lantarki ta hanyar solar ko? So, idan ina sane, kina sane da cewa idan kika zamo ta ɗaya nawa za a baki?
A'a.
Okay. Because idan aka ce solar kekunan ɗinki ba wai kekunan kawai za a yi powering ba, a ba wuta, ana buƙatar kila dutsen guga wanda za ku rika dry cleaning da sauransu. So kina tunanin kuɗin da za a baki idan har kin sani, na san duk wanda zai shiga contest ya san abin da zai samu in ya gama. So kina tunanin kuɗin za su ishe ki aza solar wadda za ta ishe ki powering kekunan ki da kuma sauran machines?
To dama a shirye-shiryen ba wai lalle mai powering duka kamfanin ba, za mu samu specific machine ɗin kamar a ce industrial ɗinmu muna da few industrial ne ba su kai manual ɗin yawa ba, so za mu samu yi powering ko a ce akalla guda 2 wanda za mu dinga amfani da su sai kuma mu hada da manual, shine plan ɗin.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum Hizbi. Mun gode kwarai, gaskiya na ji daɗin yadda kika zo kika yi presentation naki, kuma na ga sadda kika yi magana cewa za ku iya ja da duk wasu fashion companies. Na ga Convenor namu ta ɗan yi dariya ta kalle ki, so ban sani ba ko kina ja da Africa a baya ne. So tambaya ta anan shine, kina da product kuma za ki zo pitching, kin zo kin gaya mana cewa product naki is the best, zai iya competing da koni, amma kuma ke baki sa shi ba kuma baki kawo mana shi muka gani ba.
To actually I'm wearing what I made.
To shine wannan a jikinki? To kun gani. Allah saka da alkhairi.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We call the next, that is Mariam Rilwan. Are you ready? Mariam Rilwan. Tell us the name of your business.
The West Hub.
Grace?
The West Hub.
The West.
Hub.
Hub.
Hub. Hub.
H-U-B.
H-U-B.
B. Hub. Okay.
Yes. West. No, not it. West. Not it.
Okay, West. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Shin kun taɓa tunanin duniyar da babu datti na roba ko ƙwara ɗaya? Wannan mai yiwuwa ne. Sunana Maryam Rilwan. Najeriya tana samar da ton miliyan 32 na dattin robobi. Sannan kuma wannan dattin robobi a ƙarshe suna ƙarewa ne a cikin tekunanmu, hanyoyin ruwanmu da kuma filaye, wanda kuma hakan yana samar da rasa rayuka da yawa daga cikin halittunmu na cikin ruwa. Abu ne ba sabo ba, yau kai ko ni ko wanda daga cikinmu nan zai wuce ya ga robobi na yawo cikin magudanar ruwa. Sannan kuma a sabilin wannan robobin hanya za ta iya toshewa, wanda kuma hakan zai jawo ambaliyar ruwa, Allah ya tsare. Sannan kuma a sabilin haka kuma hanyar ruwan na za ta iya toshewa, sannan kuma wurin ya zamto kwata, wanda kuma hakan zai iya zamtowa dalili na ɓullar cututtuka kamar sauro. Misali, idan ya samu guri mai raba zai iya ta hayayyafa, kuma da sauro ya yi yawa a cikin unguwanni sai masassara. Sannan kuma cutar kwalara ma za ta iya faruwa, sannan kuma typhoid. So a wannan dalili ne yasa nike so in samar ko in kirkiri kamfani mai suna The West Hub. The West Hub kamfani ne da zai rika karɓar dattin nan na robobi yana mayar da su zuwa abubuwa masu amfani. Zai samar da recycling hubs a cikin communities ɗinmu ta yadda mutane idan sun yi amfani da robobinsu ko ma wani kala ne, kama daga ruwa ko lemu, duk wani nau'i na plastic za su kawo sannan a biya su in return. Sannan kuma baya ga wannan zai rika wayarwa mutane da kai akan cewa zub da roba a ko'ina yana da illa. Sannan kuma zai samar da waste bins a wuraren kamar kasuwanci ko makarantu da ma'aikatu da sauran gidaje na mutane, ta yadda in sun tara robobin nasu a wurarensu za su kawo mana ko kuma mu je mu ɗauka. Wannan dalili ne yasa nake so in kafa wannan kamfani mai suna The West Hub, ta yadda za a samu magance wannan matsala ta canjin yanayi. A sabilin haka ma yawancin iskar gas, wato greenhouse gas emission, yana karuwa saboda wannan datti da ake tarawa. Sannan kuma matsala ta canjin yanayi kamar yadda na faɗi a farko tana kasantuwa ita ma. So wannan dalilin ne yasa nake so in gabatar da wannan kamfani, kuma hakan kadai zai iya tabbatuwa hakan zai samuwa ne kadai ta hanyar tallafi da kuma haɗin gwiwa, saboda a samu a magance wannan matsala. Da wannan ne nake so idan mun samu wannan tallafi za mu fara aiki ga wannan kamfani gadan-gadan, insha Allah, don a samu a kawo matsalar canjin yanayi da suke faruwa a unguwanninmu da duniya baki ɗaya.
Thank you very much. You have a question?
Thank you, the West Hub. So, kin kawo abu wanda yake mai muhimmanci, wanda yana addabar abin da zamu ce muhalli, ba wai na arewa ko Najeriya ba, na duniya baki daya. So, kuma kamar da kika bada misali, idan kuka anshi robobin nan, za ku yi maida su wani abu mai amfani. So, amma baki dan bada misalin wani irin abubuwa ne in an anshi robar za a iya yin kaza da ita da kaza da ita da kaza.
Idan an shi robai, ita robai tana da marfinta sannan kuma tana da jikinta. Kowane da abin da za a iya yi da shi. Misali ita roban nan idan ba a zidda ta ba, za ta kare ne, ba ta narkewa. Ba su narkewa robobi, haka za su kare su zo suna cutar da mu. Za a maida su ko sabbin robobin ne, ana maida su fabrics, sannan kuma fiber. Ana maida su fibers da sauran containers na abinci da sauran abubuwan yau da kullum.
Okay. Okay. So in terms of kuma mutane tunda za ku da collection ne kuna biya.
Yes.
Roba nawa ce za ta iya yin kilogram guda daya?
Ya danganta saboda idan aka kawo su za a gyara su ne a wanke su sannan a yi crushing din su.
Kafin a yi crushing yanzu shi wanda zai kawo maki robobi haka. Za ki ilga robobin ne ki aza su bisa scale sannan ki biya shi based on nauyin roba. 10
roba, per 10 roba ana bada 100 naira. Saboda ana so a sa mutane kwarin guya su rika kawowa din a daina zuba anyhow. 100 naira muka sa.
Ba duk roba guda goma?
Roba kwara goma zan bada 100 naira.
Naira 100.
Kuma har za ki ci riba? Kin san fashi business idan mutum bai ci riba to ba zai yiwu ba fa. It will not be sustainable. In kika sai roba ɗaya naira 10 kina ga har za ki breaking even?
Ai abin da yasa za a fara da haka saboda a ja hankalin mutane san roba tana da muhimmanci. Tana da muhimmanci kuma za idan
aka kina buƙatar ki ja hankalin kanki dan ki ringa ce riba in ba haka ba business ba zai yiwu ba. Ina ga
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum
So
salam.
idan na fahimce ki sosai, business is more of a social enterprise than a profit making. Kin fi buƙatar maganin matsalan zan samun riba.
Gaskiya muna so a magance matsalar ne saboda gaskiya abin ya yi ɗan yawa ne.
To social enterprise da baya samar da wadatattun kuɗin da zai iya rike kanshi, ba ki kuma yi bayanin wasu hanyoyin da zaki iya samun kuɗaɗen shigar da zaki iya rike kamfanin ba, da kuma wasu plans na inda zaki iya supporting kamfanin ko ko daga kawai roban da kika sayar ne zaki supporting kamfanin.
Ai kamar yadda ce za mu yi collaboration ne, partnership. Za mu kamar restaurants haka ko hotels tunda ko kuma event centers suna yawan tarurruka kaga za a zika samar da idan aka yi taro ai ana shan ruwa a sha lemu a sha ne to ta haka insha Allah za mu rika tara su cikin adadi mai yawa haka za mu samu abu.
So thank you very much. The next person, please a round of applause for her. The next person is Radia Musa Shehu. Are you ready? Tell us the name of your business.
Radia Musa Shehu. Hasrat Farm. Hasrat Farm. Hasrat Farm. Da yawa daga cikin al'ummarmu suna wahala wajen samun ingantaccen nama wanda yake dauke da sinadarai masu gina jiki da ƙara lafiya. Wannan matsalan ba lafiya al'ummarmu kaɗai ya shafa ba, har ma da yankinmu da ma Najeriya baki ɗaya. Sunana Radia Musa, ni ne mamallakiyan Hasrat Farm. Hasrat Farm gona ce wacce take samar da ingantattun lafiyayyun naman kazan Hausa wacce take dauke da sinadarai masu gina jiki da ƙara lafiya. Hasrat Farm ta fara da kaji 5, yanzu akalla tana da kaji sama da 30. Da kaji 100 nan da shekara ɗaya Hasrat Farm za ta iya samar da kaji sama da 1,500 tare da cire kaso 5 na matattu a cikinsu, tare da samar da matasa akalla guda 2 zuwa 3 a gonanta samar da aikin yi. Ba sai da kajin Hausa kadai Hasrat Farm za ta takaita kudin shiganta ba. Za ta samar da hanyoyin kudin shiga ta hanyoyi kamar haka. Na farko, samar da kwai ga masu kyankyasa wanda hakan zai ba mu daman
yawaitan samar da kazan Hausa a cikin al'ummarmu da yawaitan samun lafiya a cikin al'ummarmu. Na biyu, samar da kashin kaji wato taki ga manomanmu. Na uku, samar da gashin kaji wanda za mu ringa siyar ma manoma masu noman lambu. Hasrat Farm, taimaka ma Hasrat Farm wajen bunƙasa gonanta ba taimaka ma al'umma kaɗai zai tsaya ba, zai taimaka ma manomanmu wajen samar da taki wanda ba sai tun dogara da takin zamani ba. Za mu samar da taki kamar na kashin kaji, za mu samar da taki na gashin kaji wanda masu noman lambu za su ringa amfani da shi. Na gode.
hanyoyin shigar kuɗi na gonan da kika lissafa, kin faɗi za ku sayar da kwai, za ku sayar da shi kajin sannan takin. So a wurin kwai da kajin wani kalan pricing model ne wurin farashi yana da bambanci da abin da muka saba da shi na normal kajin gona, ko kuna da wani special farashi na kalan kiwon da kuke? Domin abin da na fahimta kina differentiating between wa'incan kajin ne da waɗanda kike yi. So kila ko kuna da target ɗin samun organic level?
Za mu samar da
yanda kike yin farashin kazarki iri ɗaya ne da sauran kaji da ake samu a cikin gari?
Ba iri ɗaya ba ne da samar da, saboda abin da na duba shine in na je kasuwa musamman ƙauyakunmu na Funtuwa da muke ciki, kazan Hausa yanzu ya rage a cikin al'ummarmu. To idan ka je kasuwa neman kaza sai ka je ana ce maka kaza 7,000, 8,000, kaza guda ɗaya, zakara guda ɗaya. To hakan ya bani ƙara daman cewa wannan in na fara wannan idan zan sauƙaƙa ma mutanenmu wajen samun kaza mai sauƙi a wajenmu. Za ka iya samun kaza idan na rene ta, kaza na ta ƙyanƙyasa na rene ta nan da wata 4 zuwa wata 5, za ka iya samun kaza a wurina akan naira 4,500 a wurina, ba sai ka je ka yi wahalar zuwa kasuwa ba.
Kafin mu ƙare, mafiyancin jama'a suna bin kajin Hausa domin wasu dalilai na lafiya. Wurin kiwonki wani kalan abinci ne kike bayarwa, irin wanda ake yi na kajin gidan gona ne, ko kina ba su yanayi irin na gida wanda suke yawo su nemi abin da za su ci? Me bambanta?
Wurin kajin da na yi wurin yanayi wajen normal free range yanda za su ringa yawo, ina sa musu abinci irin su dawa, irin abincinmu wanda yake ƙara lafiya, ba abincin gidan gona nake amfani da shi ba.
So thank you so much. You can go. Thank you. The next is Safiya Sabiu. Safiya, are you ready? Sorry.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hinsab Nigeria. Hinsab Nigeria. Hinsab, Hinsab. Hinsab. Yes. B. NG, correct. No. Assalamu alaikum. Kamar yadda muka sani, taimakawa wurin cika ƙudurin tattalin arzikin duniya na Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya wato SDG na ɗaya daga cikin mafi kyawun hanyoyin ba da gudunmawa ga al'ummarmu. Ni ce Safiya Sabi'u, ina wakiltar Hinsab Nigeria, kasuwancin da muke haɗa kaya a nan gida Najeriya amma da salo da ingancin da za su je ko'ina a faɗin duniya. Mun yi kiyasi sama da kaso 40 na matan jihar nan suna sana'ar ɗinki, sai dai sana'ar ta dakata a iyaka cikin gida. Suna da basira amma ba su da dama, sannan kuma ribar su ba ta girma saboda ba su da wata hanya da ta bambanta su. Shi yasa Hinsab Nigeria ta kirkiri the Modern Muse Program, shiri na musamman don cimma manufa ta 8 da ta 11 ƙarƙashin manufofin ci gaban duniya na Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya kan horar da mata amfani da kimiyya da fasaha da ƙirƙire-ƙirƙire, wato fashion innovation, sustainable fashion, wato fashion innovation da sustainable fashion. Ba wannan kawai ba, muna koyar musu da yadda za su kirkira, yadda za su faɗaɗa, su kuma yi amfani da kafafen sada zumunta da yanar gizo don sai da kayayyakinsu. Abin da ya bambanta mu da sauran shine, muna tafiya da burin cika matakin ci gaban duniya na Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya, mataki na 8 da na 11, wato tattalin arziki mai ɗorewa da kuma amfani da kimiyya da fasaha da kuma amfani da albarkatu cikin tattali. Sannan kuma muna haɗa kaya ƙirar gida Najeriya nan wanda za su iya kai kowane mataki a duniya ta hanyar amfani da kayan da aka yi samar da su a nan gida Najeriya. Sannan kuma muna tafiya ne da sustainable fashion, kayan da muna haɗa kayan da ba sa gurɓata muhalli. Idan muka samu wannan damar, za mu inganta the Modern Muse Program, za mu faɗaɗa shi, za mu ɗauki ƙarin mata mu koyar da su dabarun ƙirƙire-ƙirƙire da amfani da kimiyya da fasaha wurin tallata kayansu. Sannan kuma za mu gina cikakken dandalin siyar da kaya a yanar gizo. Wannan zai ba wa jihar nan daman zama fuskar sai da kaya daga arewa zuwa Najeriya zuwa duniya gabaki ɗaya. Sannan kuma zai samar da ƙarin kuɗin shiga ga mata a jihar. Burinmu shine Katsina ta zama fuska amma ɗin sai da kaya ingantattu da kuma al'ada daga nan gida arewa zuwa duniya gabaki ɗaya. Hinsab Nigeria ba wai kaya kawai muke siyarwa ba, muna koyarwa da mata sana'a, muna tafiya da burukan ci gaban duniya na Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya, sannan kuma muna kawo ci gaba. Na gode.
Thank you. You have questions for her? It's a fashion business, right?
Yes.
Kika ce za ku yi amfani da kimiyya da fasaha a koya ma mutane wajen tallata kayansu. Ta yaya za ku yi amfani da kimiyya?
Mata da yawa suna ɗinki, amma kuma iyakacinsa cikin gida. Abin da yasa kuma ba a siyan kayan saboda wayanda suke amfani da kimiyya da fasaha su sun riga sun karɓi wannan wurin. Mutane yanzu an koma komi ana siyan shi ne ta maybe kafafen sada zumunta. Za ka iya siyan abu daga wata ƙasar a kawo maka. To su kuma da suke zaune a cikin gida ba za su iya saidawa ba. Ba sa samun riba da ta kamata su dinga samu.
Saboda ba su da reach na kasuwa sosai. Okay, thank you. Any other question? So thank you so much. Next, please a round of applause for her. For Sabiya Sabiu, thank you so much. Next is Fatima Nabila Kabir. Are you ready? Fatima Nabila, she's not ready?
Da yawa daga cikinku suna son shan kunun aya, amma gyaran aya ko kuma ka kai dan kaɗan a bata maka wurin markaɗe yakan sanya sakura da shan kunun ayan nan su koma kawai sakura da shi. Da wannan tunani ne sanya nake kirkiro product ɗina, wato garin kunun aya Irshad ga Not Mix, wanda ruwa kawai zaka saka mishi ka jika ka tace shi kenan ka gama aiki. Suna na Fatima Nabila Kabir. Kamfani Nabila Royal Garden, wanda a wannan kamfani ne nakan je ƙauyuka wurin manoma aya da siyo aya mu dawo gida mu sarrafa ta tare da kwakwa da bino, mu sarrafa ta tare da ma'aikata in za mu baku gari ingantacce. Abin da bambanta sana'a ta da ta saura, a cikin wannan gari nawa ba za ka taɓa samun tsakuwa ko ƙasa a cikin shi ba. Sannan a yanzu haka na sai da sama da kilo 2,000 a faɗin Najeriya da sassan ƙasashe na waje kamar su America, USA, Gambia da kuma Niger, har Saudi Arabia mun aika. Da wannan bayani nawa nake buƙatar tallafi wanda zai sanya na samu kayan aiki kamar su dehydrator, wanda injin busar da aya da kuma slicing machine wanda su taimaka mana wurin gurza su kwakwa da sauransu. Sannan kuma da injin nika wanda zai sanya ba sai mun je wurin masu nika mun kai nika ba, yadda za mu bada tsabtatacce da ingantaccen gari. sannan kuma ina son yawan ƙarin ma'aikata wanda zai sanya mu samu damar yin aiki da yawa in za mu dinga rashin target ɗinmu. Ina so na fara kaiwa kamar su supermarket gidajen abinci. Wannan product na garin kunun aya mun mishi NAFDAC sannan kuma mun kai shi lab an mishi nutrition analysis. Thank you.
So thank you so much. Irshad Tiger Nut Mix. You have questions for her?
To assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Wannan gaskiya product ɗinki yana da kyau kuma pitchin naki yayi, amma tambaya ta anan shine shekara nawa kuna yin wannan kasuwancin?
Akalla ba a kasar babban kai shekara 5 tun muna siyan tiyoyi a kasuwa har ya kai ga muna fara zuwa su kaga dama su dan kama ina samu aya wurin manoma.
Ma'aikata nawa ke gare ki?
Yanzu haka ina da ma'aikata guda 5.
Guda 5. Kina biyan sa albashi ne ko commission kike ba su?
Ina biyan sa albashi saboda akwai masu yi mana sirfan aya, masu kuma idan an sirfa za mu je mu kai wurin nika, idan mun da kuma akwai masu packaging, akwai masu gyara boxes da sauransu.
To lallai wannan business
har yara na ma suna cikin ma'aikata na saboda suka mun talla.
To da fatan dai kina biyan su ko?
In ai ciniki za a kai su sha ice cream.
To yanzu shi wannan nan ne ko na tahiya ne?
Naku ne.
So thank you so much.
So thank you very much.
Fatima Nabila Kabir. Thank you so much. We call the next person Aisha Muhammad. Aisha, are you ready? Aisha Muhammad. Shall tell us the name of your business. Now?
Aisha Creative Plan.
Okay, creative.
L-A-N-D. Creative Land.
Creative Land. Creative Land. Okay. You can start.
Kun san cewa mata da dama suna da baiwa da basirar da Allah ya basu wacce za su yi amfani da ita surfawa kansu asiri. Wannan matsalar ta ja mana asarar biliyoyin nerori a faɗin ƙasar mu ta Najeriya. Hakan ya ja hankalina na ƙirƙira aji online da kuma physical domin koyar da 'yan uwana mata sana'o'in hannu kamar su beadwork, stonework da sauransu. Wanda a yanzu haka matan da damansu sun samu abin dogaro da kansu. Wasu sun zo daga jihohi masu nisa sosai. Alhamdulillah ina alfahari da wannan. Assalamu alaikum. Sunana Aisha Muhammad, ni ce founder da Aisha Creative Land. Mun bambanta da sauran ne ta hanyar kirkirar design ɗinmu ba tare da mun kwafi na wani ba. Muna samun kayan aikinmu a kasuwa, sannan kuma muna order wasu. Ƙalubalen da muke fuskanta shine ƙarancin kayayyakin aiki a kasuwa da kuma yadukan mayafan da muke amfani da su. Ina fatan zan samu nasarar lashe wannan gasar domin in faɗaɗa kasuwanci na ta hanyar samar da kayayyakin aikin da suka zama mana ƙalubale da kuma koya wa 'yan uwana mata sana'o'in hannu domin su dogara da kansu. Na gode.
Thank you very much. You have questions? Nice.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Kayanki sun yi kyau sosai kuma bangaren da kike majority mu ba ma kokarin yin kirkira ko kuma nuna abin da zamu iya daga wurin. Sannan da kai bukatan certifications domin main target din da zaki samu riba ko kuma kalan farashin da kike bukata ga kayanki ana kiransa suna bukatan certification ko kuma wani level da zai bada daman kayan su shiga. a Nigeria muna da standard organization wanda suke certifying su textile materials idan an yi. Kin yi wani shiri ko tanadi domin wannan?
Muna da CAC, muna da tint.
Grading da certification na kayan nake magana ba wurin formalization, quality standardization. Kun yi wani cikin tanadi ko kina kokari domin haka?
Muna kokari domin haka.
Yawa. Abinda nake magana, ko da baki fara registration ba, idan sun zo wurinki za su baki ka'idoji ne da za su taimaka ma wannan standard din ya kai. A matakinki na mai production, kin fara sanya wannan ɗabi'an ko kuma waɗannan matakan da za su yi maki listing, kin fara ƙoƙarin jaraba su tun kafin ki kai ga zuwa matakin da za ki fara seeking for certification, shine nake bukata in ji a takaice. Kin fahimci me nake nufi?
A'a, ban fahimta ba.
Duk kayayyakin da aka kira textile materials, idan ana buƙatar su fita ƙasashen waje ko kuma su shiga inda za ka samu farashin da ya dace da kayan, ba normal kaya ko a baya ne kike yi ba, kina yin wasu abubuwa da suke da farashi ba na material din ba, na ilimi ko fasahan da aka sa a cikinsu, domin ki samu riban da ya dace domin kayanki. Da kai abin da ake ce ma standardization, ya yi mitin wani acceptable level of quality a cikin al'umma. So wannan quality nake magana, wa'ina hanyoyi ne kike bi ki tabbatar da cewa kayanki sun zo da wannan quality da ake so?
Muna kokari mu yi amfani da duwatsun da ba sa kodewa da kuma da zaren da baya saurin tsinkewa. Da kuma yadin mayafin ma muna kokarin yi amfani da mara shara-shara wanda ba za a dinga ganin cikin mutum.
Zai daɗe ana amfani da shi. So kin fahimci abin da nake nufi. So wannan standard operating procedures din nake magana, wa'inda ne kika sanya? So mun gode, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Please, a round of applause for Aisha Muhammad. Next is Aisha Hassan Mashi. Are you ready?
Ganin yadda mata da yawa suke fuskantar matsaloli wurin amfani da disposable pad, daga cikin matsalolin da aka fi fuskanta su ne yankewar gaba, ƙaiƙayin gaba da infection. Infection shine sanyi dai da ke damun mata, da kuma babban matsalar da mata da ke fuskanta, more especially matan da suke fito daga karkara da kuma wanda ba su iya affording disposable pad. Wannan abin da ake fuskanta shine cervical cancer, saboda suna amfani da kunzugu wurin tare al'ada, to yana kawo matsaloli sosai. Wannan dalili ne yasa muka yi dogon bincike akan wannan reusable pad din. Reusable pad wani abu ne wanda ake amfani da shi wurin tare al'ada, kamar yadda kuka gani gashi a nan. Muna ɗinka shi ne da hannunmu sannan mu saida. Is qualitative sannan kuma is more affordable. Idan mace in za ta sayi disposable pad, tana da illa sosai, saboda ruwan jikin mutum, jinin da ke fita daga jikin mace baya tsane shi completely kamar yadda wannan reusable pad zai tsane shi completely, saboda idan aka lura da cotton ne muke amfani da shi wurin yi, to yana tsane jinin sosai akan wancan disposable pad. Sannan disposable pad ana yawan disposing din shi ko ina, a rika yada shi ko ina, wannan kuma yana polluting environment. Shi yasa muka yi amfani da wannan dama domin muka kirkiro wannan reusable pad don mu samu kaman sanitation ne ga environment. Sannan kuma idan aka yada disposable pad yana iya daukan at least kwana 100 happi ma kafin ya wannan daga ƙasa. kafin ya zama ban san me zan ce kafin ya decomposing. To wannan dalili ne ya sanya muka kirkiro wannan disposable pad domin zai kawo ma al'umma. Ana wanke shi up to 20 times. Za ki iya amfani da shi, ki wanke, ki ƙara amfani da shi, ki wanke, ki ƙara amfani, ki wanke shi har 20 times. Sannan a addinance ma, a addinance Islamically muna da ana so mace in ta yi amfani da abin da ta tara jini ta wanke shi, akwai lada. Wannan dalili ne ya sa muka kirkiro wannan abu na reusable pad kuma muna saida shi cikin sauki da rahusa. Na zo nan ne saboda ina so in ci wannan gasa. Idan na ci wannan gasa abinda zan yi da wannan kuɗi shine ina so in yi NAFDAC registration. Saboda ba ko ina bane zan kai wannan reusable pad ɗin mutane su siya. Wasu ba za su siya ba saboda babu NAFDAC registration. Kuma ina so in the next 2 to 3 years ya zamana ina kai shi shaguna ba Katsina kawai ba. Duka manya-manyan malls ɗin na Najeriya ya zamana yadda ake zuwa a sayi disposable pad a shago, ana zuwa a sayi reusable pad a shago. Saboda tana kare mana cututtuka da yawa, ko? Tana kare mana cututtuka da yawa sannan kuma tana hana wannan yawan yankewa da mata ke yi lokacin al'ada. Sannan za ta kawo mana mafita daga faruwa da wannan cervical cancer. Na gode.
Thank you. Yanzu wannan guda uku nawa?
550.
Duka guda uku. Kuma 550 har ki wannan package din wannan leda da za ta ɗauka kuma hake ɗinka kuma hake ce riba? Ina cin riba kam. Dan dai ban daɗe da farawa ba ne amma daga farawa na sati 3 da farawa na. Na sai da guda 37 a yanzu haka. Kuma na ci riba 7,500. Ba laifi. Any other question? So thank you so much. Please, a round of applause for Aisha Hassan Mashi, MA Reusable Pad. The next person is Saadatu Ahmad. Tell us the name of your business.
EcoFlame. EcoFlame. EcoFlame.
Flame.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
F-L-A-M-E.
Yes, sir.
EcoFlame.
Masu iya magana suka ce, abincin wani gubar wani. Shin ko kun san magidanta suna fuskantar matsaloli wurin siyan itace da gawayi na abinci a cikin wannan lokaci na matsanancin hali? Assalamu alaikum, sunana Sa'adatu Ahmad Shehu. Ni ce mamallakiyar kamfanin EcoFlame. EcoFlame wani kamfani ne wanda ya shahara wurin kirkirar sinadarin girki daga datti na gona da kuma ƙarƙashin powder wadda aka samu ta gawayi wacce ba a amfani da ita. Muna sarrafa ta sai mu maida ta coal wanda za ka yi amfani da shi ka kashe shi kuma ka sake amfani da shi. Yana da ƙarancin hayaƙi kuma yana da ƙarancin ƙauri. Shi sa idan ka dafa abinci da shi zai yi daɗi kuma ya yi garɗi. A kamfaninmu na EcoFlame muna so mu yi training mata mazauna gida waɗanda za su rika irin waɗannan sana'o'i. Yanzu mata suna sai da coal amma kullun ƙara tsada yake yi. Buhu tun yana 1.5 yanzu ya koma wajen 7,000 ake sayan shi. Amma idan muka koya musu wannan sana'a ta juya farm waste da kuma powder na charcoal za su iya maida shi gawayi, za su yi amfani da shi kuma za su siyar ma sauran mata 'yan uwansu. Still za su iya kuma ya zama musu sana'a kuma ya zame musu sauƙi ma wannan rayuwa ta tsanani. Coal ne wanda zai rage pollution da ake samu da kuma mata waɗanda suke da problem wurin kullum kana cikin amfani da hayaƙi ido ya yi ja yana affecting lafiya ta mata. Muna buƙatar injin waɗanda za mu riƙa grinding waɗannan waste ɗin namu da kuma waɗancan sauran coal ɗin wanda bai gama zama powder ba. Sai kuma dryer still muna buƙatar su waɗanda za mu yi drying coal ɗin because yanzu in muka sa shi a rana it takes 2 to 3 days before ya yi dry. Kuma kashe shi ba ruwa za ka sa ba, iyaka ka bar shi ka rufe shi a murhu zai oxygen ɗin da babu shi zai sa ya mutu da kanshi. Mun gode.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
To, kina da wasu competitors wanda suke irin wannan kasuwancin?
Akwai su amma gaskiya babu su a nan.
Babu su a nan Katsina?
Babu su a nan Katsina kuma ma Najeriya babu su sai dai kamar su Canada haka suke yin irin wannan cool din, sai Gambia da South Africa ma suna yi.
To, yanzu shekara nawa da kika fara wannan?
Shekara ɗaya da muka dan fara haka kaɗan.
An fara cin riba koko dai?
Ana ci, masha Allah ana ci, kaɗan dai muke ɗan yi, amma sai da muka fara yi muka bada gida 5 aka yi amfani da shi a murhu da kuma different categories, har turaren wuta ma mutum zai iya turarawa da shi.
Kun zo da sample?
A'a, ba mu da available sample yanzu, amma za mu iya zuwa da shi gobe insha Allah.
To masha Allah, mun gode.
Thank you sir. Insha Allah ma.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Kin ce za ki koyar ko kuna koyarwa domin mata su rika yi a gidaje?
Muna so mu koyar da mata su iya don su ma su siyar.
To, kamar kina creating competition kenan, menene sustainability plan din kasuwanki?
Idan muka yi creating kowa rabon shi yake ci a kasuwa. So definitely idan muka yi creating wannan opportunity din, wasu matan da suke zaune gida suna ganin fara sana'a yana da wahala. Wata mata na da powder din a gida, waɗanda suka sai da coal din da suna da powder din a gida ba su da abin da za su yi da shi. Wurin su mostly muka fara siyan powder din. Saboda sun yi sana'a suna da powder din ba su da yanda za su yi da shi, ba san yanda za su sarrafa shi ba.
Abin da nake tambaya shine, kowa rabon shi ke ci. Wani tanadi kika yi domin ki tabbatar da naki rabon ya zo wurin ki, shine tambaya na.
Namu yafi nasu? Okay.
What plans do you have to protect your own market share?
Okay, our own to be unique. Okay sir, idan muka yi namu akwai shapes ɗin da muke namu, sannan kuma akwai special ingredient ɗin da muke amfani da shi wanda su ba za mu faɗa musu mu ce musu ga abin da muke sawa ba. Kuma nan ba za mu faɗa ba.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you sir. Thank you sir.
Please, a round of applause for her. Now, finally, we are closing with a guy again. I could see that this was almost, is it a female affair? Majority were female, and it's really a good thing. So let's have our last one, Abubakar Nasir.
The name of my business is shoemaking. The name of the company is D-Stride. 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 D-E-E-S-T-R-I-D-E. Yeah. D-Stride. Right. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Komai ya fara ne a wani lokaci ina zaune cikin wani taro na mutane a unguwarmu. Sai na lura yadda suke tara kuɗaɗe masu yawa domin su aika zuwa jihar Kaduna don a haɗu masu takalma masu kyau. Hakan ya bani sha'awa da ƙwarin gwiwa, har ta kai na kalli hakan a matsayin wata dama. Sai na yanke shawarar tafiya zuwa jihar Kaduna domin na koyo yadda ake haɗa waɗannan takalma. Na kwashe tsawon wata 2 a jihar Kaduna ina koyon haɗawa da kuma dabarun haɗa waɗannan takalma. Bayan na dawo gida sai na ci gaba da horar da kaina daga cikin ɗakina ta hanyoyi daban-daban, har na kai matakin da yanzu wannan sana'a ta zama cikakkiyar ƙwarewa a gare ni. Sunana Abubakar Nasir, ni ne wanda ya kafa kamfanin haɗa takalma na D-Stride a nan jihar Katsina. A yau ina haɗa takalma masu kyau, inganci da sauƙin farashi domin mutane su more inganci da salo. Wannan ba iya kasuwanci bane kawai a gurina, hanya ce ta ƙara tattalin arzikin matasa da rage zaman banza. Burina shine in faɗaɗa daga ƙaramin ɗaki na zuwa wani babban workshop inda zan iya samar da aiki ga matasa, haɓaka sana'a a arewa, kuma na kafa wata alama wadda za a yi alfahari da ita a nan Katsina da ma arewacin Najeriya gaba ɗaya. Da wannan dama da kuke bayarwa, zan iya sauya mafarki na zuwa gaskiya, gina tasiri mai ɗorewa, kuma na zama ƙwararren wakili na ci gaban matasa masu fasaha. Na gode.
So thank you so much. The first question, wannan takalman na kafa ka kai yi su ko kuwa? Okay. To ga sample kenan. They look good. No? You have questions?
Assalamu alaikum. Shi wannan kasuwancin da kake yi, kana yi ne don ka ci riba ko ku taimaka ma matasa su samu aiki?
Na farko dai ganin yadda ake haɗa kuɗaɗe masu yawa sai an kai har jihar Kaduna. Sana a kawo takalma ya bani ƙwarin gwiwa fara wannan ganin ma in je in koyi wannan kasuwanci. So na ɗaya dai zan rage wannan tsawon tafiyar da za a yi da tsawon lokacin da za a ɗauka da an zo kai tsaye aka same ni insha Allah cikin ɗan lokaci za a same shi.
Shekara nawa ka yi kuma me ribar da ka samu?
Ok, so na ɗaya dai wata 2 kaɗai na yi a Kaduna ganin cewa ba gari na bane ba bayan da wadataccen lokacin da zan koyi duk wani abin da ya kamata. So da na dawo sai na ci gaba da horar da kaina. Na ɗau tsawon lokaci ina je jihar Kaduna ne a 15 ga watan Septemba. Ok, 15 ga watan Septemba 2023 na je na koyo. To daga lokacin na ci gaba da horar da kaina. Lokacin dai da abin ya tabbata.
To, alhamdulillah wannan shi ya kawo mu ƙarshen alƙalancin da aka yi na wannan pitching. Insha Allah yanzu kuma alƙalai za su je su haɗa result bayan sallah. Insha Allah za a dawo a presenting the result. Muna gode ma dukkan waɗanda suka zo suka yi wannan pitching ɗin. It's a good thing. Going by their age 13. Yes. To inshallah. Yeah. So muna kuma gode ma participants for your patience ku saurare su da kuma finally su alƙalai muna gode masu. Allah ya saka da alkhairi. Inshallah zan miƙa abun magana ga MC bayan an yi sallah inshallah za mu dawo. Kuma ina yi musu albishir akwai alamar wani abu mai duk wanda ya zo insha Allahu ba zai tafi haka ba, ko ya ci ko bai ci ba, dama dai mutum ya zo ya fito ya yi wannan ma ya ci. At least ka fito gaban mutane ka ce ga wani abu kake da shi, ko kuma before then ma ya zama dai kai akwai wani buri da kake da shi, kai wata sana'a a kuma irin age ɗinsu, to wannan abu ne mai kyau kwarai da gaske. To bayan wannan kuma insha Allahu ina ba su albishir don saboda in komai ya kammala to za su aiko da goron albishir insha Allah.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a special announcement to make. Let's call it a participation fee. We're paying them for participating. One of our partners and big support system, the founder of Ideas and Data Hub, has paid their participation fee. Each of them is going to take home 50,000 naira for having the confidence to come out and pitch their ideas. So you're all winners. Whether you go to the finals or not, you're all winners. You're taking home 50,000 naira courtesy of Dr. Mustafa and his team. Let's appreciate him, please. Thank you very much.
Masu shari'a fa. Okay, it's time to take group picture with the judges and the dignitaries. Please, our distinguished guests, please, Mr. Chairman, let's take a group picture. Thank you. Okay. Allah ya taimaki sarki. Sarkin hoto, sani mai katanga. Ya ja zamanin sarki. Okay, you may take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce my Oga, the chairman of the organizing committee, in person of Alhaji Alhaji Mustafa Ango, to come and deliver his remarks, and then we will pass some announcements, and then we'll go for prayer break. Thank you.
You know, it's obviously that it's pulling my legs. How can I be his Oga? So thank you very much, everyone, for coming today. And it's indeed a pleasure. Like the convener said, this is homecoming for us. And the warm reception we've received from the participants, the support from the state governments, and the ecosystem here in Katsina is very overwhelming. And it's very fulfilling as well. You know, we have a ritual of any state we go to, we take them a course or a session on career paths in tech. But then, surprisingly, a few days to come here, we realized that Katsina has grown from telling them what to do in tech. Because the enterprise support organizations that we have here, the innovation hubs that we have here, the Lumi Labs, Kirkira Hub, and the Kadict here, they've done enormous work in building the youth in Katsina. And then we had to change the session from leveraging career paths in tech to discussing the future of work, which we're going to be discussing after the break. So thank you very much for coming here today. From our dignitaries in the high table, the panelists, the wisdom you shared today is, we're eternally grateful for it, and for the support that we received from the ecosystem players, the state governments, and everybody. So thank you very much for coming around. And then we're going to be having the panel session after. We're going to go on a break, a lunch and prayer break. Today is Friday, so we go on a lunch and prayer break, and then we'll be back by 2 p.m. for us to have our technical session. So we're going to be having 2 technical sessions. One is going to be the business of fashion that Mrs. Malabis, Maimuna Anka is going to be taking. We all know Maimuna Anka, Malabis by memes. And then we're going to be having the other session around the future of work, which I will be taking. So please make time to come back after the prayer break, and then we look forward to seeing you all. So, and then tomorrow, we have yet another session that is going to be happening. We have ministers coming in. We're going to be having a ministerial panel, and then we're going to be having Ignite talks by seasoned professionals and people that have made it, that are from the north. It's very important for us. If you notice, all the people that spoke here today, they are not people that is far from us. They are people from within us to tell us what is possible. And then we're going to be doing the same thing tomorrow, bringing people from amongst us to inspire us to dream more, to do more, and to be more. To tell us that regardless of where we are from in Katsina, we are possible. Regardless of where we are from the north, we are possible. Because our greatest resource is not our land, it is not the oil, it is we, the youth. And it is very important that we leverage on the resource that we have by preparing ourselves for the future. So thank you very much. And then we look forward to seeing you after the break and also for the session tomorrow.
Okay, please let us remain on our seats because the food is being passed around until they finish distributing the item 7, and then we can all go for the prayer break. Like the chairman said, there are going to be 2 very important sessions. If you have been following Maimuna Malabis and you like her work, after the break, the prayer break, 2:30 p.m. exactly, she's 2 o'clock, she's going to hold a session about the business of fashion. So if you are interested to learn from her firsthand, you should come back and come early to this room. All right? And if you also want to learn how to navigate the labor market of the 21st century, know the future of work, how to get employed both nationally and internationally, to learn from Mustafa Ango about the future of work, please come back 2 o'clock after the prayer. Thank you very much. We advise you to remain in your seat. They are going to bring the food. Everyone will get his own share. And our members in the front seats, Auntie is going to lead you to where you are going to have your own lunch too. Thank you very much. Mr. DJ, please play some music.
Okay, to.